comment, man. How'd you know? I was taking the Rams. Yeah. Rudy? And you know what's so funny, man? I'm telling you, these comments with NFC West Jets, AB is homeless. You know what's really funny, though? The ongoing drama as you keep checking the wire. AB is traded to the Buffalo Bills. Oh, he comes on fake news. A little while later, of course, if Buffalo knows he doesn't want to come, okay, now we ain't making a deal with you guys. So AB, here he comes, right? I got to tell you, I thought he was bluffing when he was asking for rewriting his contract and all kind of new guarantee. Gruden really loves him, though. But the 49ers, now we're finding out the 49ers were never interested in AB. You know, I had a feeling. I was trying to figure out, how do you incorporate AB into the system Kyle Shanahan runs without there being a problem, you know? Because he's not going to get nearly as many touches. He's not going to get enough touches to satisfy him. He's already pissed off over in Pittsburgh. He's getting a lot of touches over there, right? So I figured they weren't probably going to be real interested. They do like Odell Beckham Jr., but OBJ doesn't really seem to complain a lot about his touches. He complains about Manning not being a good quarterback, and he goes public with that, but he doesn't complain about touches. So I can see where the 49ers would like to get OBJ, and they'd probably come up with an understanding. But they're going to get a wide receiver. I'm not sure. I really, somebody else even said OBJ leaving New York. You know, I don't know why the Giants keep playing this game unless they're asking for a whole lot. And they should with OBJ. But I don't think it's going to happen. But meanwhile, it's going to be funny to watch. And somebody already suggested AB gets to Oakland, right? Derek Carr is not Ben Roethlisberger, so he's not going to be able to hit him like Roethlisberger used to. And so now, all of a sudden, things are not going well in the other city by the bay, right? And at the end of the season, all of a sudden, AB's talking about, you know, I told y'all I wanted to go. I mean, y'all know I wanted to go to San Francisco first, right? Because, I mean, Jimmy, he's going to be a better – I really do believe he's a much better passer than Derek Carr is. And I'm pretty sure, actually, AB would have been fine with the 49ers, provided, of course, he doesn't have to insist on getting the ball all the time. And I'm sure they might have worked that out at some point, actually. But still, you wonder. And by the way, if you're wondering about edge people, Clark, is it? It's Clark? Yeah, Clark is not signing that. They wouldn't franchise tag him. I ain't signing that. I'm kind of surprised. And so now you got two guys out there. This is why the 49ers are doing their level best to avoid that situation. You make deals with these guys. You don't want guys like Clark saying, I ain't going to play. You don't want DeMarcus Lawrence saying, I ain't going to play. You got to think in the future just a little bit. If you spin yourself down, what Coach just outlined kind of scared me. If we get Earl Thomas and it's a Dee Ford, cap split. And now we're down to a lot less. We still have to sign DeForest Buckner. Ain't going to be no jiving around with him. Get him signed. I don't know what he's going to ask for, but you don't want to come down to your last $5 million. You look like Jerry Jones sitting there saying, we're ready to argue. In fact, let me. 49ers reporting, they're showing interest in edge rusher Dee Ford, as you already know, right? The Chiefs tagged him as their franchise player this week. The 49ers have nearly $70 million in cap space and a huge need for an edge rusher in the worst way. And more than one would be ideal, but to get one out of the draft would be nice. Ford played in 16 games in 2018, recorded 13 sacks, and it was his breakout year, actually. What is really interesting about that, though, is how did he have a breakout year in his contract year? I worry about guys that do that. Now, after they get paid, are they going to still be the same player? Oh, and also he's more of an OLB than he is a DE. But he did have a league high of 7 forced fumbles. But I'm not paying a guy just coming to play Leo the kind of money he's probably thinking. Over his 5 seasons in Kansas City, he has recorded 30.5 sacks. And you do the math on that. Last year was his big year, right? His 2017 season was cut short after being placed on injured reserve due to a lingering back injury. Packers are also reported to be interested in Ford. Their recent hire and outside linebackers coach Mike Smith worked with Ford last season in Kansas City. And that could be a problem for the 49ers in attempting to gain Ford. And as I say, D is I don't know. Meanwhile, Justin Houston was released and can be had just for having the right conversation with his agent. And what would you do? Again, Houston is probably these guys, man. I don't know if these guys fit the system very well. Maybe they would. They come in just a little, but are they going to take less money? Because if you're going to be a specialty player, I don't know. It's already believed that Kansas City is trying to shed Ford because they think he is more effective in the 3-4. So Kansas City is moving to the 4-3. And I immediately have a problem with that, as I mentioned. Man, it's just these guys get the wrong fit, and they come in and they don't do the job, and all of a sudden it's the system's fault. Don't put the wrong guys in the system. 49ers are faced with a similar problem in gaining Earl Thomas all of a sudden. What appeared to be an easy move for the 49ers as far as funding goes to gain Thomas is not over yet. Dallas. According to Ian Rappaport is reporting that the Cowboys are by no means out on Thomas, which means the 49ers might face a bidding war if they want to sign Earl Thomas. And how bad do we need Earl Thomas? Very bad. I know about everything else that's wrong with Earl, but Earl will definitely get people. Stop pointing, y'all. If you don't know your job by now, I mean, come on, man. Ask some questions during the course of the week. It's too late to start pointing. Stop it. Although, you know what? That defense, secondary, just like the front, it got a little faster toward the end of the season, and they stopped pointing. They started making a few plays here and there. Maybe the pointing days are done. As I said, Akello Witherspoon, me and about 5 other guys and his mom and dad are the only people to notice Akello improved down through that last few games. Turned his head around. I can't get over him turning his head around and locating the ball, pinning his man up against the seam. I said, look at Akello, man. Wait a minute. He's making plays. Blocked one. I say, he's going to, whoever they bring in, Akello's going to deal with him. I'm rooting for that kid because he went through a lot of pain. Hurt his knee. Again, though, the first question in my mind is where in the world is the money coming from in Dallas? Also, is Earl worth $13 million per year in order to make him the highest paid safety in the game? According to coach, he's worth about 16 or 17 with incentives. Now, if you want Earl Thomas, because somebody else's liable to get involved here other than the Dallas Cowboys, if the 49ers say, Earl, we will give you $15 million. Somebody down the street says, we'll give you 17. Dallas sit back saying, y'all ain't right. You know I ain't got no money. You just go take the man away from me. So you see, we want to get rid of Jerry Jones as soon as possible. He needs to worry about DeMarcus. He needs to worry about Amari. He needs to worry about his quarterback. Maybe not his quarterback so much, though. I would, if anything, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'll make a deal with the Cardinals. Say, listen, Cardinals, how would you like Randy and Irving? Give me your number 1 pick. I give you Randy Gregory. What's his name? Is it Mike Irving? Mike Irving. You know, I'm gonna quit playing football this season, man, until they straighten out the weed rules. Because David Irving. David. David Irving's one of the first guys that kind of amused me in this situation. Because I'm thinking, guys work their life trying to get in position to play in the NFL, and Dave would rather smoke a J. So, these dudes are crazy. God. And San Francisco says, just let the 49ers brass handle it. Yeah. Manny Jimenez. What's up down here? Probably just back from Costco. What important debate that I missed. Not that many. We just got started, man, because first of all, coaches came in and did his mock. You might have missed that. And now we're talking about Earl Thomas, Dee Ford. The 49ers are interested in both, right? And they may get in bidding wars. Now Vegas says one position of nigga is a tight end. Yeah? Don't know why no one talks K about it. God forbid Kittle needs some time. We are really going with Selleck. Yeah, we do not have another tight end, do we? As a matter of fact. It's just Dwelly. Is he still with the team? Yeah, you don't want to be just down to Selleck. The 49ers may address that. They haven't talked about it, but they might address that. I don't know where they're going to go, though. Gohart says, top of the evening, Ronbo Maniacs. And big shout-out to Big Magic Don Ron on satisfying our 49er Dixon on a daily, baby. Gohart, I love it, man. I love to argue. You know what I'm saying? Where's Dolan? Dolan keeps taking shots at me. He's been messing with my boy Kyler Murray. I'm just trying to tell you, Kyler Murray's a bad dude, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be hard to catch that boy. Gore also goes, I knew everybody likes Earl, right, but I'm really pulling for AC to make a big comeback and play like he did his rookie season. You know what, Gore? The 49ers would like nothing better than to see that. But you know what? They'd have already signed Earl, and it'd be too late. Even if it looked like AC was coming back in to do some damage. Too late. You can't sign Earl and cut him. So you'd have to go at least a year, right? And he's going to probably talk about a 2 or 3 year contract. Cherry Hardy says Dee Ford backed up Derek Johnson for 4 years in Kansas City. He wasn't a starter until last year. That would explain a lot, actually. All right. And Jeff Tan says Ford wants guaranteed money in a new deal. See? And when these guys come in and talk about new deal, you know it ain't going to be nothing nice. See, that's why I see what Shanahan and Lynch say, man, y'all be talking about go get everybody, man. So we be down to $2.95. Can't even buy a hamburger. So I understand their pain. Don't do that. Be careful. Be careful. Jim Thorogood says, I see George Kittle refer to us as Niner Nation. Okay, I got to go check that out. I got to tell. Maybe it's in Georgia. He said, I think you need to meet him in the dark alley. No. You don't meet George Kittle in the dark alley and tell him that dude is a bad dude. But George is a big dude, too. I can just see him now putting the, what is that move that Joe Stone Cold likes, the stinger? Boy, can you see him getting the stinger in an alleyway? Jim's having fun today. Manny Menes! He says, what's up? Que paso, loco? Que paso, vato, loco? Me, loco? Hey. Well, I guess I got to agree. Renee Cruz says, Ronbo! I'm always embarrassed to do that with Ernesto! He says, what's up, Empire? Mr. Link, sup, Ronbo? Tell Dre, hey, Dre! Come on in, Dre!
What's up with you, man?
Dre, man.
What's going on, Ronbo?
Oh, man, the Dallas Cowboys, man, they're starting to stress me out. Dre, them dudes ain't got no money.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Because what are they talking about?
Safety is the strongest. It's probably the strongest position in the NFL as far as free agencies. You got to realize Tyrann Matthew, Landon Collins, and Quentin Dix are all free agencies. All free agents, bro. So,
and they probably ain't the only ones.
Yeah, but those are the three guys that I look at. I love Landon. He's a playmaker. He might, he's the guy that's going to come up and lay some hat, and he's also a playmaker over the top. He's not as fast as Earl Thomas, but I like Landon Collins, and then Quentin Dix is a beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a ball hawk too.
Yes, he's a ball hawk. So that's the type of guy that we need, and they also have a little bit more size and durability compared to Earl Thomas. But I'm not gonna. It's not time to start panicking, man. We still got a long ways to go. You know what I mean? We got a couple of more weeks before the draft. We got a couple of months before off-season workout starts. So let's not go ahead and start panicking. But I think the Raiders, I was kind of pissed to see them get Antonio Brown. I'm not gonna lie. They got him for a third and a fifth. You know what I mean? But we just didn't have. If it was last year, it'd be a different deal. You know what I mean? We had 2/3, 2/4. It would have been a different deal. But this year, man, I think we got a total of we got 6 draft picks out of 7 rounds. So I think that we have to.
And they're probably going to trade down just because of that too.
I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. I put it like this. I already said yesterday, I was the first one to break the news that the Cardinals went ahead and got a pretty good tackle, to cover the edge rushers to take care of the quarterback. So that's a sign that they're going to go ahead and get Kyler. But if they draft Nick Bosa first, I see us trading down and getting another pick or two. But besides for that, man, once that clock goes and they say that they got Kyler Murray, you can count Nick Bosa in as being a Niner. And I think that the shit it's already been planned for a long time anyways, because Nick Bosa, out of his mouth, the first team that came out of his mouth was the Niners. So I think it was already some talking going on amongst players and amongst agents, you know what I mean, that Kyler Murray was going to be drafted first due to, that coach over there being already linked to Kyler Murray. So
Cliff is a fool.
Kingsbury. man.
So, Dre, you know what I heard about Cliff Kingsbury, though, real quick? Cliff Kingsbury wasn't even that good at Texas Tech. He was below 500. Now I'm trying to wonder, why'd y'all hire him? So, if he don't get his quarterback, he's going to be below 500 in the NFL, too. So, this is interesting to see. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then you got to look at, Rosen is more of, I could see why there was talks of Belichick saying that he wanted Rosen because he's more of an in-the-pocket guy. I could see him going somewhere like Patriots and being a successor because the guy is in the pocket. He's a genius, man. If you look at him, he was probably the best pure passer in the draft, and he came from UCLA, which, didn't have that much high power as far as receivers and running backs, you know what I mean? He had to make do with what he had. So, I was pissed to see that the Raiders got Antonio, but man, when they go to Vegas, that's gonna be a problem. God damn, I would not want that. I mean, Antonio Brown in Vegas? Oh man, it's gonna be some problems, partner.
He'll be out there singing like Elvis. Viva Las Vegas.
Hey, this cat gonna be pulling up in a helicopter with a fur on in 80-degree weather.
Hey, wait a minute, Dragon. Ready to tell you wear fur at 80 degrees, you gonna get hurt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're gonna have some problems, partner. So I think, man, the thing is, when you got somebody like AB, you do not want him on a team like ours who still has young receivers who still those guys are looking for something, and he can set the wrong precedent for players. You know what I mean? You don't want him amongst a bunch of young guys. You don't want that because pretty soon everybody's gonna be asking for a check and they ain't quite earned it. Now I do give it to him. Antonio wouldn't earn his money, but he's a very personable guy. And he can have the wrong influence over a young receiving core. And we don't want that shit in Briscoe. You know what I'm saying?
And also, Antonio's got to have a certain amount of touches, Dre. Antonio ain't going to be satisfied, especially if we lose a game. And Antonio be sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
If y'all would have came to me more often, we'd have had won that game. And that would be the beginning of a problem right there.
Yeah, and then if Shanahan and Jimmy G ain't going for that shit. This is not Mike Tomlin. As long as you perform, you can do what you want. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't going down, man. We already got something on the table that you come in here and you do what you're supposed to, and they let that be known with Ruben. We don't give a damn how talented you are. You're going to come in here and behave like a grown man and take care of your business, or your ass can be gone. So it's not about talent.
Please,
it's about principle, man. So
trying to establish that culture in the locker room. You can't come in and disrupt everything. So yeah.
Oh no. He wouldn't have been a good fit for what we trying to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and take that off of our hands, and y'all deal with the issues. You know what I'm saying? He is a hard worker. He's probably the best receiver in the league besides for Odell and Julio. But that's a guy where you're gonna have to be like a Tomlin to where you can say, hey, I don't give a damn what you do, as long as you produce on the field. And that's not what type of precedent that we're trying to set, you know what I'm saying, with the Niner faithful, with our players. So, go ahead and take that problem off of our hands, man. Right now, I just hope that, I think the Cowboys are dumbing it down. Like you said, they gotta take care of they gotta take care of Lawrence. They gotta take care of their quarterback.
They got all kind of people they need to take care of, Dre. That's what I'm saying. Why are we reading headlines saying the Cowboys out? Yes, they are. They are out of it.
Yeah, they're out of it, man. So I don't know what it is, man. I just think the league doesn't want us to see. They don't want us to see they don't want to see us get to where we were, years before. You know what I mean? I think that's just league sources talking shit. You know what I'm saying? But regardless of what they do and say, the quest for six is on.
There
you know what I mean? So
Drake,
I'm not gonna worry about that.
And you're right, Tony. I'm gonna stay calm until after the draft, after free agency.
Yeah. Let's just calm down. You know what I mean? There's some good players that still left in free agency. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what John's gonna do this year.
And what they do, and trust them instead of always they're gonna be fired next year. Dre, I tell you what, man. I'll be back tomorrow, I'm sure. So let me look for you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Monday. What am I talking about? I'm always back on Monday night.
Monday Night Raw. Yes, sir.
Probably Tuesday,
too. Peace out to the Niners fan, man.
All right, Drake. Appreciate you, fam.
All right, bro. No doubt.
Talk to you later. As a matter of fact, fam, I just realized this is free agency week. We'll be back here every damn day until somebody says, it's going to be funny because there is going to be, Somehow I feel it. There's going to be that shock pick. Everybody said, oh, hell no, they didn't. What? But who is that? Oh, hell no, they didn't. Who is that guy? You know? Yeah, we'll be on everything. Hey, Jerry Hardy says Dee Ford backed up Derek Johnson for 4 years in KC. He wasn't a starter until last year. All right. I'm going to back up off him then. Kirk Ross says, my girl says she loves Now you're gonna make me all shy. Oh, I can't talk like this though. Jay girl, I said hi. Ricky Young says 704 in the house. Rashard Johnson 931 in the house. Curtis McLeod says, how they hanging? I assume that's a rhetorical question. Probably a little bit to the left. Shh. Daniel Andre says, Mosley and Earl will make my year. Then Bosa in the draft. That's an A+ off season. Oh, that's just a pipe. Is that pipe? God, that would be awesome. That is, Mosley and Earl. And then you pick up Bosa. Damn! Okay. Get the hopes up. Don't do it. Jim Thorokill, the only way Dallas gets Thomas is if he plays for a ham sandwich and a pack of crackers and a half a glass of water. Because I don't know where Dallas is. What Dallas, you are not major players. You ain't got no money. You got problems on your own team that go beyond belief. You can't pay nobody. You got Irving doing dope commercials on Instagram and why the league won't come down off the policy. You got Randy Gregory lost his mind. He's indefinitely out the league. Dallas, stay out the way. Coach Tim says, that was interesting. The questions were a little too fantasy-oriented, but it was fun. Nonetheless, we need Earl Thomas, and we'll get him. Well, I hope so. If we don't get nobody else but Earl, I'll be satisfied. And a linebacker. I like that guy you talk about that stops Hopkins, too. Mr. Leak says 49ers aren't interested in Dee Ford unless he asks for less guaranteed money. See, all these dudes coming in. This is what Kyle worries about, overpaying for people. Dee Ford comes in, y'all know I'm here to get paid. And I don't even want to talk about nothing else until you start talking about my new contract and guaranteed money. Jay, what's up?
What's going on, Rambo?
Jay, man, I'm concerned. I mean, everybody has lost. I mean, they got dudes that won't even sign their franchise tags. Dudes that are going to other teams and talk about, y'all know I got to have another contract, right? They didn't tell us nothing about that. Well, you got to have another contract. What do you mean you got to have another contract? I'd be standing at the door. I wouldn't even let him in. As he's standing at the doorway talking that way, I'd hold the door, my hand on the door. All right, well, listen, you go ahead and go home. I'll call you back, you know. But Jay, what's up, man? What are you thinking?
Hey, we ain't getting none of them.
You know?
None of them players want that new contract. They ain't going for none of that.
Wow.
Especially if they got to give us some draft picks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got to give up draft picks, give up all my money. Oh man.
Nah, that's working backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Collins and them ain't doing that.
Trying to build a future here. How about build a future? I got no money and I got no draft picks. That don't make any sense. No.
Yeah, and Dallas only got $19 million. We ain't worried about them.
But they paid Witten. I can't. You know, I can't wait
worried about Dallas.
I can't wait till next year to see what Dallas does. You got Dak. I don't know. I wouldn't pay Dak anywhere. You got Amari. You know, and sooner or later, either DeMarcus Lawrence has got to be paid or let him go. I don't know what they already let people go.
They got their linebacker Smith. They got paid.
They lost two. They lost Randy Gregory and Irving lost it and left. You know, well, Dallas and people still say Dallas is going to contend with what? With what? Where do these people get this stuff from, Jay? But we can't get no love or respect.
That's okay. As long as John Lynch do the right thing this all season, we're going to get some respect.
Yeah.
I don't know why they signed Michael Smith. Even they must not about to sign. I don't know. They want it from Destro or something.
Jay, you know what? They're going to hold on to him until they get somebody else. You know, you have your backup in case something goes wrong. He's definitely Plan B. They're going for Plan A. If everything works right,
that's what I said.
You know how they did Jeremy Curley that year? Signed Jeremy Curley to a 2-year deal, and here comes Trent Taylor, right? Jeremy's out there. Yeah, bring him on in here. I help him. You know, Jeremy, thanks a lot, and congrats. And you know what? We're going to give you your a chance to go out there and search the market.
Hey, Ronbo. Hey, check this out. We'll help him. We'll let him help recruit Earl Thomas too, while he's still here for a couple more months.
Right. Then we're gonna give him your money. You know, because thanks a lot, Malcolm. Appreciate you getting Earl all over here. But we got to let you go and wish you the best of luck. And you probably need to take another year off to let that leg heal anyway. So, man.
Yeah. I don't know what they're going to do. Let's see what they do in free agency, though. They got to at least get Earl Thomas and C.J. Mosley.
Oh, I hope so.
And then they're going to get one of them veterans. They might get Chris Houston or a veteran like that. It's too many veterans getting cut at the D-line that they're not going to snatch at least one of them.
What do you say to Justin Houston getting to play the 49ers? Because Justin's going to talk about saying, you know what, I was set to make about $15 million. I'm thinking about 17 now. Justin, you know what?
About
you're tripping, man.
6 or 7.
Yeah. Because doesn't Kansas City have to pay that?
What? Nah, his contract already, it's over. They got paid, what they already cut from him.
Yeah, okay.
They already took his losses. You know what I mean? So, whatever he get now, from now on.
Jay, these guys don't realize they're 30 years old. Ain't nobody ready. I'm not investing in no 3- and 4-year contracts in no 30-year-old. I guess they say that's not.
They gonna realize it when their agent get out there, and their agent gonna come back like, look, this is all they offering.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. I mean your production's gonna decline. I can't be giving you no $30 million guarantees up to $40 and $50 million. Come on, man. Put yourself in my place. He ain't gonna do that, but I mean,
Unless you Earl Thomas.
Yeah, Earl.
You got it now.
I would pay him just because.
We had too many injuries in that defensive secondary.
Every week.
He made for the secondary. If we want this defense to be what it is, you got to have that free safety. We can get another safety that can hit or whatever, but you need that free safety. That's how Sherman. You need that free safety.
You was about to say it, too. You was about to say that's how Sherman got famous. And I agree, too. Yeah. Yeah, Earl. You got to have a safety.
That dog in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make up for Ruben.
Yeah. It's just really. But you know what? Every team in the league is faced with the same problems. You got to get the right guys. Sure. So it ain't just us.
Sure. But we've been watching it for a long time since Barkey. Now we got to watch John Lynch messing up first rounds. I don't even blame. You can't blame Ruben on him, but
Solomon T.
Sloppy T.
Solomon gonna have a year this year though.
Man, yeah, okay. I believe it when I see it.
Come on, Solomon.
I'm hoping he do. At least make some kind of noise up there.
God. And who was a second round pick? Akello in 2017.
Nah, Akello was third round, right?
Who was the second round pick? We traded up. We got rid of that second round pick to get Ruben.
Yeah, we got Ruben.
Damn. Oh my God, we traded up Ruben. And you can't get your lady in order.
Yeah, we should have. We I don't know, man. You know how it is working for them people. They ain't. I don't know. Oh well, Ruben gone.
Yeah.
Let's get C.J. Mosley out there. He a vet.
Yeah. See, and we've not heard about him having marital issues or girlfriend issues. That's the first thing I'd ask these guys. You got a girlfriend? Yeah. I'm married. Ooh,
nah,
did you say you're married?
That's just a part of life.
You're married.
That's just a part of life, though.
I know,
that's
but
a part of life.
It is, Jay. But I still want guys.
They don't understand it because they ain't come from that background.
I know, but I want judgment skills too in your social life. Don't know how to make the right moves. Don't get yourself into hella trouble, please. I'd be the worst. I'd be the worst owner or negotiator in the world. I'd be sitting there pissing people off as they come in. Yeah, sit down, son.
They did piss people off at the combine.
No, they probably did. Yeah, because what's his name?
Know everything.
Well, what's that dude? The Jay.
Polite.
Yeah, Jakai's still mad. Jay.
And McCaffrey. McCaffrey said they told me a good lesson how to keep my cool.
That's right. Jay, we gotta go, fam. I'm gonna tell you what, I'll be back tomorrow. Let's talk some more, okay?
Already, you know I'm already here.
All right, fam. Have a good night. Appreciate you. All right, fam.
Already. 9.
Woo! Yeah! All right, Jay.
Already. Good night, Rambo.
Good night,
Nine
fam.
Empire.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be the worst. But I could see me at asking players that come up and say, yeah. What time you go to bed every night? Yeah? No, I'm just concerned, you know. You got a girlfriend? No, I don't want to know if you're straight or not. I just want to know if you got a girlfriend. I'm trying to find out. Yeah? Y'all get along okay? I'm going to get okay, here's what I'm going to talk to you about. Listen here. I want to know about your social life. Don't have the police calling me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Let me calm down. I'm okay. Hey, James. Come on in, James.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
I'm getting worried before things even happen, James. I gotta. It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. What's going on with you?
Yeah. Just sitting here, just taking it all in, you know, just listening to callers and you know, I'm hoping that we don't trade out of that first round, because if you think about it, if we look at the linebackers we got one good linebacker to line up for us right now, and that's Fred Warner. Malcolm Smith is basically a backup. Elijah Lee has got an off and on game. Brock Coyle is not a starter. He's a backup, a good special teams player.
Yeah, right. That's Brock. He's a special teams guy.
So now, if we don't, I understand we got to address that edge rusher issue. But we got a seriously slim linebacking core thanks to Reuben Foster, who I want to say that Reuben was a very smart guy, but if it were not for his physical ability, he wouldn't even be in the NFL, because when you think about it, I don't know whether his brain was working when he was around that girl, Alusas or whatever her name was, but to get 2 domestic violence charges from the same woman and pass up $9 million, yeah, you're on Einstein's level. Yes, you are. So,
hey, James, you know what? This goes back to when we was kids. Remember how your father used to say things like, "Boy, that boy's so PW'd he can't even see straight." See, that was Reuben's problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's sad, because right now we've got, I understand, you know, a lot of people want to see Bosa. A lot of people like myself would like them to pick Allen. But we've got a serious linebacker issue right now, as well as a edge rusher issue, because they're not going to re-sign that boy Mark Zanocha. Okay, they're letting him walk. Okay, they haven't did any negotiations with Tart. They haven't did any negotiations with Ward, thank God. Okay, so far that I know of. And, you know, a lot of people are saying we really need to get another receiver. But
what they're going to. How much they go pay.
Yeah, that's yet to be determined, because we haven't had our starting quarterback on the field except for 7 games? It was 7 games, actually.
5, 6, 7, 8. 5 in 2017, 3 last year. Right. Well, yeah, because he got hurt at the end of that game, so that's 3 full games.
He got hurt in the third one, and he played 2 full games. beat the Lions and lost to the Chiefs. Okay, I mean to the Vikings, as well as the Chiefs, but he got hurt in the Chiefs game.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's like I do appreciate what the two callers ago said about AB, man, and having to bring him into our locker room with our young nucleus of receivers, and he would have destroyed them. And right now, everybody that is a Raiders fan, I think a lot of them are realizing and saying, "Hey, we're winning games. It's going to be a great thing." But one thing you can bet your bottom dollar on, I don't think AB is going to be able to clash with Derek Carr the way he would with Ben Roethlisberger, because Carr will let him have it. I think Carr will be like, "Hey, listen, man, you don't dictate no policy to me and none of that," or I think they're going to bump heads in such a mean way that I don't really see him being there. I don't really see him being there 2 seasons, because right now,
James,
they don't have.
You think Carr won't be afraid of AB? I see Carr being just the opposite. I see him. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Brown. Listen, I'm going to get you the ball. My bad. I actually see them being kind of subservient.
He left a team that had 2 other superstar receivers out of the 4 of them. That's in what's his name, Washington and Juju Smith-Schuster, that they basically had to be double teamed as well. And AB would have more of a chance one-on-one. But now going to Oakland don't have that great receivers. Most defenses are going to double team him on every play. And when Carr tries to fit the ball in there in the tight coverage and start getting interception, then you're going to see the sideline episode. Yeah, man.
Not in the first season. Oh, please. I look so forward to that. God, I'd be laughing.
You should have threw it 3 seconds earlier, man. You seen I was wide open. My head and beat. And
I ain't used to this.
Yeah, it's going to go. He left because him and Pittsburgh had it out and couldn't get along. But listen, man, he left the gravy train to go somewhere where it ain't nothing but a pile of dry potatoes and ain't no water, okay, to mix them. And that's what I see it as. And I know that was quite an off analogy, but I'm just trying to make a point that, hey, listen, he left to go to he could realistically, he might have even actually worked out better in Buffalo.
James. What's that guy's name? Josh? That's the other Josh Allen. Is his first name Josh out in Buffalo, the quarterback?
That almost didn't make it to the NFL because he played in the game against our defensive tackle Kentavious Street.
Man.
Who almost put him out on the IR for the whole season. Okay? Yeah. Street was getting after him, and he was staying away from Street. But anyway, like I say, that's just what I see. And, I'm thinking about it saying, I hope I'm saying it like this. 2 things come into play here when it comes to who we're going to go after in free agency. C.J. Mosley is 26 years old. Very durable linebacker. Motor, got a high motor. Exceptional run stopper. Can cover very decently. And can disrupt an offense. Now, you pair him up with Fred Warner. And the thing about in the secondary, I'm looking at this. One of the reasons why the Giants let Landon Collins go is because you know why? He's a box safety. He's got one of the higher completion percentage rates for quarterback when he's in coverage. And that's telling you that he can't cover receivers. Now, playing on the line, a safety in the box, he's that type of safety. Okay, but in the defense we run, that box safety is like you got to have basically, I believe, a nickel corner on the field every time you try to have a safety cheat up to the line in a 4-3.
Yeah, because he's basically an added linebacker.
That's exactly what he is. But he is not, as far as in coverage, listen, bro, that's why the Giants let him go. because in coverage he got beat so many times. But now, as far as like playing up on the line, straight as a box safety, which is like an extra linebacker, he's a phenomenal player.
James,
but,
we're gonna hold up here, but we'll be back tomorrow night and every night this week. We'll continue.
Okay,
right?
man. Yeah, man. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
Right.
And like I say, I'm going for CJ and the Honey Badger, bro.
Hey,
26 years old, both of them. Both of them 26 years old. They got all their bones. They ain't broke no bones with rods and oil valves and all that stuff on their body. Okay?
I know you feel about that, Rod. All right, James. Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow,
right,
fam.
Thank you for what you do, Ronbo 9.
Thanks, you, James. Hey. And Big Show, listen to Robert Gibby. Big Show still claiming we ain't got no receivers. Let me, I just want to give you a second. I just want to amplify on some of what Robbie says. You know, the winningest teams in football last year, New England Patriots basically did it with no wide receiver of stardom. Let's look at the other division. Baltimore, they had Michael Crabtree. And you look at the Steelers, who had 2,000-yard gainers. Big Show, 9-6. Houston is an exception. Hopkins, they won 11-5, but they took Hopkins out in the playoffs. That dude, I guess, and that's the dude the coach was talking about, huh? Desir? Is that who took Hopkins out of that game? Kansas City's the most interesting. They've got the right mix, and I think that's what Kyle's going for. By the way, people keep saying I said Marquise Goodwin is the number one. I never said Marquise Goodwin was the number one. I said and I'll make it clear now. Marquise Goodwin, Tyreek Hills, these are the facilitators that make an offense go. That's why you lose them and you lose some potency because of the fact they open the field up. Kansas City, perfect combination. Tyreek, and then you got the tight end situation with them, Kelsey. And it doesn't matter who the other wide receiver is. It really doesn't, because he's going to have the whole field. And they happen to have Sammy, I can't stay healthy, Watson, right? Or Watkins. So, Kansas City's 12-4. Dallas, they had Amari Cooper. They did 10-6. But Amari didn't come in until what week? Now, Chicago's the story. 12-4. Who's their premier receiver? And then you got Nolans. Nolans got, what's his name, Thomas. They went 13-3. But remember, your best teams in the NFL have more to do with the quarterback. Because Alex Smith also had the Kansas City Chiefs, but the new phenomenon, the prodigy, Mrs. Mahomes' baby boy, throwing with both right and left hands. Accurately. This is what it's all about. Jimmy G, like somebody said, all of a sudden our wide receiver core looked like stars in 2017, even though Show didn't see it. So you see, it's about the quarterback. Jared Goff is another story, but with Goff, like Shanahan, he's got McVay. So it's one or the other. But rarely is it all about the wide receivers. So if you go out there and you give... How good is Derek Carr? We're going to find out next year because he's going to have a premier wide receiver. If they don't go at least 10 wins, somebody needs an ass whooping because you gave him how much money and how much guaranteed? Hey, Linwood.
What's that, Ronbo?
Yeah, Linwood. Just going over it. Just the facts. Just the facts.
There's a whole lot of facts rolling around in free agency and the draft coming up.
I tell you, I'm really worried about the defense. So I ain't worried about the offense, but I tell you, I hope they can make some big splashes in the free agency. Get me somebody to defend. Earl Thomas is still to me important. After that, get anybody you want to, but get Earl Thomas so they can stop pointing around and getting confused out there in that secondary.
Oh. Right. Yeah, it is. We're, like I said before, I think the last time I was on the show with you, Ronbo, we are in the driver's seat. We are truly in the driver's seat, sitting pretty at number 2. I mean, I strongly believe that. I mean, I can only imagine the phone calls are coming in, blowing up the 49ers staff for that number 2 pick, all about the quarterback.
I know, right?
So
you're right. When they get all kind of phone calls, man. God, even
Jimmy
G's ex-girlfriend's gonna call it.
Every deal out there. And just so the family knows, I am also, because I rebuilt a new computer, a little supercomputer. So I am also NFC West Nemesis. So
that was you. Yes. Go.
Yeah. So,
NFC West Nemesis identifies himself. I kind of knew though.
Right? Yeah. Because. Yeah. So the laptop is Linwood, but the NFC West Nemesis is actually my true count. But hats off, Coach Tim. Great job, brother. Great job. Put a lot of homework and studying into all your picks, and you answered all the questions correctly, and you knew what you were talking about. I was very impressed. Very impressed. Good job,
Coach. Make sure you thank the Nemesis, otherwise known as Linwood.
But Ronbo, can I get a happy birthday?
Oh, is it?
Today is my birthday.
Today's
big
it?
Man.
Oh, yeah. Linwood, allow me. Happy B. Happy B. Happy birthday, Linwood. Happy birthday, Linwood. Happy. Niners birthday, Linwood. Happy birthday, boy, Linwood. Linwood.
Thank you, sir. That was over the top. Over the top.
I enjoy doing that so much. When you see that my neighbors don't appreciate what I do in the shower when I'm working out, but still, you appreciate it.
That was over the top.
Oh. Hey, but Linwood, I need to help me understand why is Dallas in the conversation. Why is NFL Network's talking about, why is Dallas in this conversation?
Well, it's because Earl really wants to go there. But you got to think about another equation in this. They just lost Irving and Gregory, so that freed up some money.
And that freed up a couple of dollars. Okay. So what are you going to give all Irving and Gregory's money to him? I guess they could. They planned on spending it until the two of them decided they'd rather go. As Stephen said, if they could let go of the weed. So
right. Flashbacks right there, Ronbo.
Because come on, Linwood, man, I got the opportunity to play a game that kids play, and I'm getting paid millions. I can't let go of the weed.
And it blew my mind.
For just a minute.
Yeah.
Dang.
I said the same thing this morning to the missus. Yeah, because she's the Cowboys fan. I was like, wow, blows my mind. Man, he'd rather roll up a joint, than collect millions of dollars every year. Blew my mind.
How you gonna pay for the weed in the future, homie? That's what I'm talking about. You
right.
You got it. Dang.
Crazy. My philosophy is, hey, Ronbo, I don't normally roll a joint, but when I do, it's my ankle.
You know what? Next time they start looking for new candidates for the Dos Equis, man, they got to call Linwood, man. Dos Linwood.
Oh, boy.
Woo, that's hilarious. But, yeah, I tell you, man, I just don't get it. So that's what I'm saying. We got to stop this and just call Jerry. Would you stay out the way, man? What? Who is this?
Right.
It's John Lynch, man. Every time I look up, you're talking about you want us. What are you going to do? I'm going to start him off at 15. Can you match that figure? Well, John, I thought we'd be gentlemen about this. I mean, you go call me and talk to me like this? Okay, I'm hanging up the phone. I would. I wish they're stressing me out, Linwood. Give me Earl.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm going to touch on that, but real quick, the Raiders. Hey, you just collected a $50 million freaking headache
he's going to be 10 times worse than T.O. going to the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Or
he's going to run Derek Carr. Derek Carr you thought he was crying before. Derek Carr's going to really be crying.
If Derek Carr start crying this year because AB's giving him hell on the sideline and Gruden has to come and pull AB off of him, I'm gonna be losing my mind, man. I'm gonna be laughing so hard. I'm gonna have to take him to a hospital.
If he's gonna bark at Big Ben, and Big Ben was a big man, he didn't have no problem screaming that little ass Carr. Just saying.
Throwing footballs at his head. He may be little, man, but don't mess with AB, man.
Yeah. And he was cut up. He's cut up and physical, just like DK Metcalf. Just
I know. What he say? Out of big chest, the big chest. But it was, you know what he's really saying, Linwood? What he was really saying was big checks, man. The man is talking about the money, not his chest.
Exactly.
Oh, woo! God, I love this stuff, man. We can laugh now, so off-season we ain't lost no games. But the first week,
I know.
The Raiders lose and the 49ers win. Raider fans right now, they're so pumped up. I see them all. They're all over Instagram and everything. Hey, baby, coming to kick some ass. Y'all ain't coming to kick no ass. You're going to be the same ass you was last year. The kicked ass. I can't wait. They're on here now on the chat talking smack. Now, go ahead, Raider fans.
You know, I think I see him in there too. I see him in a Rudy Poo too. I see them all in there. Boy. I think the dream scenario for us though, this year, and this could make us real contenders. Yeah. I mean, real contenders. I mean, legitimate Super Bowl runners. Free agency. Because I didn't see this in a draft, so we have to dress it in free agency as a top tier safety. Of course, we know that. So.
Who are you talking about?
There's only two picks in my mind. It's Earl Thomas and then Honey Badger. Pay the man, one or the other. Yeah. And go and get Mosley. Oh. That addresses a strong, true leader and a linebacker.
Everybody's going to want Mosley, though. The 49ers, they're in a rock and a hard place. They got to write them contracts up to incentive-based, But Linwood,
those are great players right there.
Oh, I know.
All right,
it'd make our day right away. God. But Linwood, I'll be back tomorrow and every day the rest of the week, so we'll continue.
Oh, yeah, because we're going to make some big splash plays tomorrow.
I know, but it's going to be exciting. Yeah. It's going to be hard to sleep
Or they
tonight.
might hold on to a Wednesday. They might hold on to the official day Wednesday, but I think everything's going to start moving with gusto coming tomorrow.
Yeah, because everything's going to be laid in place. Tomorrow you're going to hear about deals being laid in place. That's going to make everybody crazy.
Yep.
All right, Linwood.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, fam, and happy birthday.
All right, fam. Hit those likes.
Yes.
Hit those likes, fam. And Ronbo, I can't do the Ronbo calls. The missus just laid down. Yeah. And I don't wake up the neighborhood.
Well, she ain't sleep because she's thinking about Randy Gregory and Irving and got to pay Dak. And DeMarcus Lawrence ain't going to pay for them.
There we go.
It should be okay. Then what? Have a good night, fam. See you tomorrow.
All right, fam. Hit those likes, Ronbo Sports.
Somebody pointed out a minute ago, and it was right, too. I just realized I can't be, favorite anything in here because somebody said, oh, yeah, it's okay for you to talk about Reuben Foster's judgment with women, but Jimmy G's okay. You got me. Guilty as charged. If Jimmy, see, he needs somebody to run along with him, I wish Jimmy had a little sister or something to go out with him. Okay, Jimmy, I'm going to, since you're not good at this, let me help you, Okay, see her over there on that table right back in the back? Okay, she, I think, would be a good idea. Also, this one over here, that's your type. She's kind of heavy on the top. I know how you like that. So you go for that one. And I'll let you know if anybody else comes in. But see those two over there? Because I saw you staring at them. Leave that alone. I'm telling you right now. Because see, only women know women. You know what I'm saying? They can look at them and tell whether it's going to be trouble. When we look at women, we look at the wrong things. And you know what I'm talking about. And that's how you get yourself in trouble. Took me all my life to figure that out. I wasn't never as bad as Jimmy G, Reuben. But, I might have been enjoying the same things that G does. But Reuben, man, I would never do that, man. Call the police on me once. Who's that? Where we at? Oh, Evan Almighty. It's going to be funny when the Cardinals draft Kyler Murray, and we're going to come back to this video. You know we are, Evan. Danny the Loose Cannon. Danny, I love the name. Danny the Loose Cannon Delgado. He said, and this offseason is simple. We draft Bosa or Allen, and then we trade the second-round pick for Ford. Then free agency signed Mosley and Trey Flowers. And if he wants to come for less money, Earl Thomas. Wait a minute. Is there a safety in there anywhere? Second round pick for Ford. He wants to go. Well, you know what? We don't have a safety, though. Danny! Maybe our safeties will be okay, though. Maybe, but I'm so scared. If you get Earl, you ain't got to be worried no more. And Earl could train up the next safety to come in. Because, you know what? Because Colbert likes him. I mean, anyway. San Francisco says emphasis 10 checking in. What's up? Coach says it's time to silence the naysayers, both in the NFL talk, verbal vomit, shows, and the field this year. Yes. And Natty Joe says, sup, Natty Joe? Ah, man. And Corey Morglinty, he says, what's the status on Earl Thomas's leg? I guess it's okay now. I heard he's been training already. You know, it's so long between now and OTAs that it's I don't know that it'd be a problem. I guess it's not so long. It's another month or so, huh? So, but anyway, I'm just curious to see what's going to develop next because I figure, as I say, there's going to be one big splash. I figure. Because the 49ers, they're tired of losing more than we ever could be because they're the ones, they're feeling the pain on a daily basis. They're hearing about it, right? Oh, Will. Come on in, Will.
Ronbo.
Will, Rudy's got reinforcements in the chat today. Raider fans are now thinking that they going to the Super Bowl. So I guess from here on, our days of relaxing behind the Rams looking like poo-poo in the Super Bowl and the Raiders looking like poo-poo, period. I guess those days are over, Will. Other than that, the Cowboys are in the way trying to get blocked from us from getting Earl. And is Dee Ford a good idea? Will, have at it, bruh.
Man, ain't nobody thinking about them sorry ass Rams and them homeless ass Raiders. The Rams picked up a 34-year-old safety, Eric Will. 34 years old. 34 years old. Man. A 34-year-old safety.
And gave him a 2-year contract, right? Was it 2 or 3?
Will probably got arthritis right now in his joints and all that with his old ass. But and AB and John Gruden gonna get into it in week 7 because Derek Carr.
You think it's gonna take 7 weeks? Well, I'd say about 4 weeks. Week 4.
Yeah, I said okay. I give you that. Yeah, week 4.
Especially if they don't come out winning. Especially if they don't come out winning. Don't let them go 2-2 in the first 4 games. There'll be some trouble.
Man, Derek Carr is trash. Derek Carr is he's not a good quarterback, man. The dude is trash, but he's not gonna get AB that ball. I mean, just be realistic about it, man. AB is not gonna get the ball with Derek Carr behind the center. Derek Carr is trash, man. He's one of the sorriest quarterbacks in the league, man. And he cries. He
said he wasn't crying.
Yeah, crybaby. Man, last season it was a game where he got sacked so many times the dude started crying on the field, man. He was crying, like literally crying.
I seen him. And he swear to God he wasn't crying. His brother said he wasn't crying. I said, come on, man, y'all. It's okay, man. We saw what he was going through.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. The Raiders got AB and they're gonna be 4-12.
I can't wait to see that happen. Hey, even 6-10 is a fail. If they go anything less than 8-8, They're going to say, well, you know, it's the first year Derek Carr and Antonio were trying to build a chemistry. They should be ready to roll in 2020.
Man. Well, anyway, back to
49ers, the real team.
Yeah, let's talk about some real football stuff. But yeah, man, tomorrow is a big day, man, for Kyle and John and Adam Peters and Mayhew, man. Like they gotta make the right splashes, man. Home run splashes. That's what we need.
Please.
We need to be flawless, man. We need to be flawless because this is year 3. Because if we don't do nothing in year 3, you can't give out an excuse. You can't have one. You won't be able to give out one. So I mean, you gotta. This is it, man. This is a big test. Year 1, year 2, okay. Yeah. They gave them passes for that.
But Jimmy G's got to stay on the field now. I got to have Jimmy G on the field. Yeah. At least Jimmy G and George Kittle. If everybody else go down, I believe we can still win games. Oh, no, I got to have Jerick McKinnon. Too much of the playbook is written around him. All right? Give me 3 guys.
Yeah.
And we can do it.
Yeah. But, man, but with me, man, I mean, I'm just going to tell you right now, Ronbo, I don't know. Like, I got a big question mark on my head because I don't know who we going to get. There's so many. We tied into so many names right now that I just don't know who we going to get. I know for sure that Earl Thomas needs to be signed tomorrow
yesterday.
To be a 49er. Yeah, yesterday. Dallas, I don't think Dallas got the money to get him. They don't.
They do not. I don't understand. What are they talking about?
The only thing good about that situation for Earl Thomas is that, you know, that's his home or whatnot, and then they don't have state taxes. Because I live in Texas, so Texas don't have state taxes, so he ain't got to worry about that. And plus, you know, that's his home or whatnot and everything. But that's probably the only thing that benefits him. But going to San Fran, man, you know.
One question though, how do they tax you in Texas? On your property or something? They got to collect taxes in some kind of way.
Well, they don't. They only do. You know, everybody got federal taxes, but state taxes. You know, Texas don't have state taxes. They just don't have it. Like I used to live in Mississippi. Mississippi has state taxes. So whenever you at the end of the year you get your taxes, you get your taxes and stuff. You know, some of that money goes to the state. But in Texas, when you file your taxes, none of that money goes to the state of Texas because Texas don't have state taxes. So,
well, like California takes all your money.
Yeah. So, but like I said, man, I did hear about the report about Dallas Cowboys being in the mix for Earl Thomas, but people on this page kind of doubting him because when he put out that report about AB going to the Bills and found out it was fake news, people was trolling him because they thought because they said Rappaport basically lying. So when they put that out, people not believing what Rappaport is saying right now because of what happened to with AB. So people kind of trolling him.
So yeah, that report's probably wrong too. Yeah, you're right, Ian. It used to be if Rap says it, it's over. Man, he jumped too quick.
Yeah, so you might as well check out Adam Schefter's tweets before you go to Rappaport's tweets.
Man, I used to not like him at all. Now I gotta go back to him.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Like that's Earl Thomas probably the only person I know that we need. I mean, it's just so many names out there that's tied into the 49ers that I don't know who we're gonna get. But I just know that John Lynch and Kyle need to make the right decision. Houston, I like Houston, man. I mean, I know he's 30. He's 30, but he comes with no baggage. He's a veteran leader. He'll bring a veteran presence to the locker room, and the dude can still ball, man. The dude is still quick, you know. So I mean, Dee Ford.
He's the reason why Jimmy G got hurt last year. You know, he's want to make Jimmy get up out of that pocket and run over the sideline and tear his knee.
Yeah, but Dee Ford, man, I think Kansas City is trying to send Dee Ford to a team that's run the same scheme they running since they run to a 4-3. I believe they want to take him to a team that runs a 3-4, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Fortnite defense staff can probably work with him and try to get him to adjust or switch over. But I mean,
do you want to do that, Will? I mean, that's something that he's got to adjust and get used to. Will he be as effective?
Yeah. So that's why I say you either get Trey Flowers or Dante Fowler or Preston Smith.
Yeah.
You know, so you gotta get one of those three guys.
Yeah. Well, we got to stop. I'm looking for you tomorrow, fam. And all week long, when we finally hear about who we go get. Boy, I tell you what, this is some.
Yep.
It's hard to
tell
relax.
You what. And one more thing, I tell you what. On Twitter right now, they put out a tweet about Adrian Colbert, Julian Taylor, and McKinnon. They tweeting in codes on their tweets, like they speaking in codes. I don't know if they know something or not. Because Julian Taylor got emojis on his tweets with a zipper over his mouth. So in AC, McKinnon, they tweeting in codes,
and they're dying to talk about it. All right, well, we may find out more tomorrow. We got to go though. I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'm gonna look for you tomorrow, even at the same time, a little earlier, actually. Oh, God. All right, fam.
Shout out to Atlanta Empire, man. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Fuck Rudy. The Rams lost and they broke. Raiders got AB, still gonna go 13-3. Derek Carr, the sorriest football player in the goddamn league. John Gruden gonna mess around and put on the Chucky face and rip AB's head out because they're gonna be arguing on the sideline in week 4. So,
all right, fam.
And they still homeless.
Yeah,
all right.
I will. All
right. Take it easy.
Man. And as I see, JT, see if you have no audio. Hey, JT, check out the app for further instruction. You're missing one step, maybe. Choose device audio. All right. JT, try again, fam. Let me see. Oh, JT, now he's got a frozen frame. Hey, JT. It's not him. Is JT asleep? Wait a minute. Is JT asleep? No, it's impossible. JT can't sleep in that position. JT's not even laying down. JT. JT. Earth to JT. JT, you got to choose device audio. You missed a step because I got no sound on you. JT was asleep. All right, JT, I'll see if you get that worked out, JT. You missed one step on the instruction because I got no audio. All right, let me check out it. Ramiro Razzo says, Clinton Dix has played every single game since he's been drafted. Really? That means Clinton Dix has never been injured once? That dude's bad. Clinton Dix has been in the league for how many years? That's impressive. But the red flag is, why does Clinton Dix keep getting... Why do teams can't wait till the season's over to get rid of Clinton Dix? That's scary. Coach says it's time to silence the day. Didn't we do this? Yeah, we did that one.
Ronbo.
Yeah, hey, JT, you got it now, man. Ah!
There we go.
JT.
What's up, Ronbo?
JT, man, I'm wishing but tomorrow I want not to hear the Cowboys involved, JT, with Earl. They have no bid. They can't pay nobody now. How are they in a bidding war with the 49ers over Earl Thomas? Unless the Cowboys getting ready to get rid of some more people. They lost to Andy Gregory, and is it Mike Irving? Is that his first name? Irving's gone. And, they need to sign Dak next year. Zeke's contract is coming up. I'm sorry. His name is David Irving. The Cowboys have so many problems right now that the last thing they should be doing is getting involved with the 49ers and Earl Thomas. Get out the way, Dallas.
Get the fuck out of the way. You ain't lying.
Stop. There's no need to see your name all over media. Dallas is still not out of the picture. Yes, they are.
They're out of the picture.
And then you also need... Go ahead.
That's all smoke. That's all smoke being thrown up in the air, man. They don't got no money. I mean, come on, Ronbo. Think about it.
I did.
They gotta pay Dak Prescott within the next year?
Mm-hmm. Although I'd go ahead and draft another quarterback, but yeah, they do have to pay him if they're going to keep him. And yeah.
They got Ezekiel Elliott's contracts coming up. They got to pay.
Better get it done next year. Don't wait till the year after. Exactly.
Yeah, you already got Randy Gregory talking shit about he's pissed off because he ain't getting his money.
Is that right? Wait. I've not heard about this. Randy Gregory is complaining about his money. He got suspended.
He's pissed off because he wants to get paid, Ronbo, and he said, okay, he's gonna go ahead and sign on the dotted line on the franchise tag this year.
Whoa! You're talking about DeMarcus. You're talking about DeMarcus Lawrence. Randy Gregory no longer has any rights. I knew. Okay, go ahead with DeMarcus Lawrence, though.
DeMarcus Lawrence wants to get paid, and if he don't get his money by next year, he's gonna hit free agency. There ain't gonna be no way in hell they franchised him last year. They're franchising him again this year. What they're gonna do? Franchise him again next year?
As long as he can run that game, because Jerry ain't got no money, JT. He's got big contracts coming. See, this is the thing that a lot of us don't realize. We want the 49ers to go out and spend all the money on free agents and try to get somewhere with that. And then when it comes time to renew guys, we don't have any money. See? Got all your draft picks are gone. Looking like the Rams. Got no money and no draft picks.
Last night, I was watching the NFL Network about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I seen that AB trade. I was fucking pissed. Man.
AB, I think the 49ers, although they said they never expressed any interest in him, AB's getting paid mad money, boy, and a $30 million guarantee. There ain't that many people who are going to be able to get that kind of contract. And the 49ers, there was no way. They must have saw that coming. There was no way they're going to pay him that much money. That's just too much. He's 31.
If the Raiders would have just had to, they gave up a third and a fifth.
Yeah.
If they would have just, say if we would have gave him a third and a fifth, and we would just kept on with the contract that he had with Pittsburgh, the same contract.
That was friendly. That was a friendly contract. $13 million a year. That's it.
Yeah, that would have been something. That would have been. But I'm not sure if I want to give up the whole piggy bank for. That's a lot of. And then he wants all that guarantee money. And then you got to rewrite his contract. For guarantees and all that.
Huge.
You know what? I'm going a different route though. In the draft, there's a receiver I want, and I'm just falling in love with him. He's another Brown. AJ Brown, Ronbo. I want him. I know we're not going to get DK Metcalf, man. He's going to go in the first round, but if we can somehow get AJ Brown or even Marquise Brown,
Hollywood.
One of those two. Hollywood. I'll take Hollywood.
Hollywood's got all kind of speed too. I like speed, boy. I tell you.
Can you imagine what Kyle Shanahan can do with either Marquise Brown or AJ Brown?
Can you imagine Antonio's reaction if they pick up Marquise? Oh, y'all gonna pick up my cousin, but you can't. I've been playing better than he has for a long time. Because I wonder how he feels about the 49ers not making an attempt to get him, Because he made it clear in the beginning, I want to go to San Francisco, hanging out with Jerry Rice, T.O. All he needed was a uniform. He's a 49er. 49ers didn't even talk about it.
He done fucked himself when he said he wanted all that guaranteed money and shit, and all that chest and all that. I think he screwed himself off with that. But as far as the free agency goes tomorrow, Ronbo, this is who I want. I would like to pick up a linebacker in C.J. Mosley or Anthony Barr from the Vikings. But if we don't, I was watching a segment with you earlier, with you and
Coach.
I think the coach.
Yeah.
I even mentioned it a while back. I think maybe a month and a half ago back. I even mentioned it to you. I couldn't even figure out his name at the time, but Mac. I forgot his name again. The linebacker from Alabama, Mac Wilson.
Oh, Mac Wilson, yeah.
Yes, Mac Wilson. I would like to pick him up. If we can't pick up any of the linebackers in free agency, I want to pick up Mac Wilson in the draft.
And everybody sees him, too, at number 2. Because wide receiver, would be your only other choice. Otherwise, you got to go. That's a gaping hole with the 49ers. You got to go with Mack Wilson if he's available in number 2, second round. Almost.
And I even tripped out when Coach even had Deebo Samuel in round 3. I don't even know. Is Deebo going to go down? Is he going to slip to round 3? Do you really think so?
I don't think so. But
I mean, that's a first-round talent right there. But then again, you got a lot of first-round talent that's going to slip down to second and third round anyway.
Right. And there's so many receivers this year. Maybe you could pick up Hakeem, I believe, in the third round, though.
Oh,
I
Hakeem
really do.
Butler.
The way they talk about him, like I don't understand why Hakeem can get no love. He may go in the first round, but they've got him ranked 3rd to 5th round. What? Really?
Yeah. And like I was telling you before, if we don't get a receiver, I'd like to see us go get the tight end. Go get Font or Hawkinson. Yeah.
JT, Hawkinson. Good God. Forget about wide receivers if you got, Hawkinson and George Kittle. The Iowa connection.
Yeah.
We got plenty of wide receivers in. Whatever we got is fine.
Yeah, whatever we got is fine, but just go get us another big boy tight end that can block.
Them dual tight end sets.
Yeah.
Oh! We got to go, JT, though. I'll be looking for you tomorrow, man.
All right, Ronbo, you take care. My bad. I kind of fell asleep there for a second.
I enjoyed that. It was fun watching. I didn't believe it.
Hey, did you see me? Did you see me nodding out right there?
You was out, JT.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, JT. Have a good night, fam. See you tomorrow.
All right. Niner Empire.
Yeah. Oh, God. Whew, man. You know what? I can't wait to see, as it was just pointed out a few minutes ago, was that Will? 49er fans are talking in code right now about what did they find out about that. And they know they better not tell either. Boy. There's going to be a lot of happy people tomorrow because a lot of people don't have any faith in the 49ers front office. I do. Because I know they know what they're doing. Otherwise, we start looking like the Dallas Cowboys. Somebody said, blah, 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 is making an attempt to get DeForest Buckner. Why? Because the 49ers don't have any money to re-sign him. See, I don't want to hear that shit. Hey, Kenny! Uh-oh. Did Kenny fall asleep on me? No, Kenny's on West Coast. Kenny! And I need folks to call you. Here he comes now. I hear some rustling.
What's up, Ronbo?
Kenny, man. Just sitting here. The latest is 49er fans are talking in code on Twitter. One of them even put an emoji with a zipper on its mouth. Something's going on in Santa Clara, Kenny. I can't imagine what.
Oh, yeah.
But something's
developing story coming out of Santa Clara, California. Well, John Lynch has been eating dinner with Earl Thomas.
Because, come on, Kenny, Jerry Jones doesn't have any money. Stop acting like you do. God.
Hey, Ronbo, if John Lynch does not make this happen with Earl Thomas, he's a bust as a GM, in my opinion. Well, I'm telling you right now, because Earl Thomas is the number one safety that fits our scheme to a T.
He's the one who invented that spot.
He has to get this guy. There's no ifs, and buts about it. To me, I've already said it before. I think secondary is bigger than pass rush to me on our team as a need. And man, he needs to be gone. He needs to come to San Francisco, man.
He's got to.
And
stop clowning around. And somebody just tell Earl, really, there's no need to keep going back and forth with us in Dallas. Earl. They're going to pay you $5 million until they'll make it up to you in incentives. You want incentives? You want a base salary? I'm going to give you, let's give you 14, and that's, you asked for 30. I'm going to give you 14 to make you the highest paid safety in the league, and I'm going to have so many incentives. Earl, you can make up to $20 million. Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm not going to be one of those fans that calls them, one half of the Legion of Boom either. I'm not.
And the best part is you get to whoop Seattle's ass twice. That's the other set for us, Earl.
Isn't that the truth? Well, everybody's going to want to do that. He's right, Kenny. That's got to be an incentive right there. You get to play your Hawk brothers and sisters twice a year.
And both of him and Sherman both have chips on their shoulders about that team. You know what? I'm not going to call them half of the Legion of Boom. I got names from RA. We got Earl Thomas Boulevard and Richard Sherman Avenue, baby. When you come rolling down those streets, watch out.
What's the name?
There's going to be quarterbacks out there. What's that?
What are you going to name them?
Earl Thomas Boulevard and Richard Sherman Avenue.
Oh, I thought you meant collectively. I like that. Yes.
They got their own street names on our field.
Or our secondary could be called the Hawks Tomb. Woo!
Hey, you know what? I keep hearing people talk about wide receiver because AB's gone now, but you know what? These teams that have franchised these defensive ends are making it easy for us that are pass rush needy teams going into this draft. They're making it easy, man. And you know what? There's a possibility that we could fucking trade back a couple spots and pick DK Metcalf because there'll be pass rushers in the second round like Montez Sweat or somebody else that are good still sitting there.
Hey, but you know what, though, Kenny? You just brought up a good point also with the fact that since these teams who obviously they're having problems with their pass rusher because some of these guys, swear to God, they're not coming into play. So now they have to almost draft an edge rusher, though. Dallas is going to. Because they're sick of playing games with DeMarcus. Because I know they told DeMarcus, you know what, that's a good deal. You're just being evil, DeMarcus. You're just being evil. Mm-hmm. That is a good deal, and you don't want to take it. Why? Come on, DeMarcus, be reasonable. How much money are you asking for? The president doesn't make as much money as that. You know? And then he's going to say, okay, get the president to play for you then, Jerry. I ain't going to play for that amount of money. And so then they say, okay, you know what, DeMarcus? You have been tagged. What? And that's when the fight got started. And then they said, all right, they're probably thinking, okay, well, you know what? We're going to see if we can get a pass rush out and let DeMarcus's expensive ass walk next year. You know, I figure that's eventually what's going to happen. Or maybe just give him a release because, you know, you can only put up with that so long. You can lose a game. Like, Kenny, your franchise can turn to crap. You got Randy Gregory and David Irving who are leaving, and those guys were very seriously contributing to that defense. So I'm saying, you know, they got problems in Dallas. And Witten
they got problems. They got problems in Oakland too. Yeah. You know why?
What?
Because they signed AB to that big old deal.
They got no more money.
They got 3 first-round picks coming up. They're not going to be able to pay all 3 of those first-round guys when that time comes.
I love these. Just go balls to the wall. Just get whatever it takes. Just get him. Next year comes. Yeah. Okay, now what do we do? Well, you just enjoy you got him. Now what? See, like the Rams. I can't wait to see what they look like this year. Oh, God.
It's all good, Ronbo. You know what? We're getting Jimmy G back, baby. So
that's what I'm talking about.
We're good, man. Once we get him back, it's all good.
Yeah.
So, anyways, hey, I want to say, Coach did a good job today, man. I really liked your GM show. Hit Squad, Ronbo Sports A1 since day one. Not Out Fan Club. Shout out to the Empire, baby. Let's go.
Thanks, Kenny. Always great to hear from you. You know this. And tomorrow, Kenny, it's going to be a special day tomorrow because I know we're probably going to get – I mean, you know what? If I get up and take my nightly and I see something going on, I'm coming in pajamas and all and open up the mic. We got to talk at 2 or 3 in the morning because these things happen at weird hours.
All I want to hear tomorrow is developing stories about the Niners, and Wednesday I want to hear breaking news.
Yes.
That's it.
As long as it's not Ian Rappaport. We can't even trust him anymore. He sold up that deal with AB going to Buffalo, and he didn't have all the details. God.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo. All right, I'll let you get on to your next caller, man.
All right, fam. See you tomorrow.
Later.
Oh, God. And this is it, fam. This is that time of year when, as I say, boy, sex, lies, and videotape. You know what I'm saying? HBK. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I was done this a few days. The showstopper, the icon, Mr. San Francisco. Did I leave anything out? The main event.
The icon, the showstopper. The main event, Mr. San Francisco is back. What up, Ronbo?
HBK, you know, because you chimed in a few minutes ago. This pulling and tugging on Earl Thomas's arm. Dallas is pulling on the left arm. We're pulling on the right arm. Notice I put us on the right arm. And I do not appreciate Dallas buffing and faking like they got some money. They don't have any money because if they did, DeMarcus Lawrence would not be talking about, I ain't playing for that franchise tag.
Actually, Ronbo, so I think Dallas is either trying to punk us out or trying to psych us out into thinking that we ain't got no chance, a snowball chance in hell on signing Earl Thomas. That's why, you know, it's kind of like Donald Trump is like, you know, you kind of hyping up like fake news and kind of like, you know, trying to hype, you know, and blow smoke on the flames to get the flames higher. It's like, you know, to get us like, you know what, get us say, like, you know what, okay, fuck it, you know, we're out, you know, we can't sign Earl.
HBK.
That's it. And then, I mean, it's kind of like AB. Okay, you know, we're thinking, okay, Pittsburgh wants number one. But come and think of it, they wanted like a 3rd and 5. I'm like, okay, we could have gave him a 3rd and 5 for that.
I knew it wasn't going to take a 1st or 2nd round pick. Why would it? Of course not. But when AB gets here, that's when the trouble starts. I can get away. I take that 5th round pick and that 3rd round pick. All right, y'all know what I want. Let's get it going. What? I want another contract, and don't give me no small guarantee. Oh no, man.
Yeah.
Took my draft picks. Now I owe you a fortune. Oh hell no.
Well,
no.
Oh hell to no. But yeah, man. I mean, it's like aside from that, man. Nick Bosa sounds pretty good. I've been watching a lot of the scouting combine, and looking at a whole lot of film on C.J. Mosley. C.J. Mosley would be a good pickup, but here's a name that you might want to keep an eye on: either Devin Bush out of Michigan, linebacker, or it's like Brown out of Texas. No, it's like Greg or
Alabama.
No, Texas. Number 33. He plays for Texas. He's like a linebacker for Texas, and his number was 33. And I look at him. I'm like, okay, you know, to go beside Fred Warner, that would be a pretty good combination. And so I mean, I would think.
It would be. Fred needs a hard-hitting, evil man in front of him, you know, and let him do the rest. Because Fred's going to be my coverage boy. Man, I can see right now, man. Fred, that boy gets back. Fred's got speed. He's got, and his instincts are, he'll be better next year, too. That's the funny thing. People forget he's a rookie. He was a rookie. He had to learn some things last year. Now that he's got his education, oh, my God. We got something there.
Oh, and of course, you know, what about Contavious Street out of my school, NC State?
Can't wait to see him.
It's like, you know, it's like, you know, have you looked at any film on him?
Yeah, oh yeah. When you get a chance, I put him up last year. When you get a chance, do that. Contavious Street is a smaller version of the Incredible Hulk. Contavious does not get contained. This is why I'm curious, because I'm a huge Eric Armstead fan. I thought the 49ers might let him go, but maybe they're a little worried about what Contavious brings to the field. I thought they might let him go because they could pick up Contavious on that rookie salary, you know? But they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know how his leg is doing, though. Maybe Contavious doesn't look 100%. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know, I hope that he can, you know, ball out, you know, in time for like a training camp and, you know, show the Nine Empire, you know, what you got. And, you know, because, you know, I'm all for like NCAA Wolfpack and stuff, and hopefully, you know, dude comes the ball out. So, you know, let's see what happens with that. However, I mean, it's like Nick Bosa. It's either Nick Bosa or Jared Allen. I mean, not Jared Allen, but Allen from Kentucky. And at the same time, Ronbo, I also keep hearing stories on Facebook or whatnot about if we were to get Odell Beckham from the Giants, then we will go from 2 to 6. Is there any validity or any truth to that, or do you see that like a possibility of that kind of like working itself out to the point where we can still get OBJ and just drop 4 spots from 2 to 6 in the first round.
You know, that's a scenario I've not heard about that. Unless you're talking about giving up a draft pick next year for OBJ, if they could work out that kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like, would you be willing to swing the kind of deal for OBJ? Because personally, I think he's worth it.
I would.
However, I don't know what the rest of the Empire would think about that.
No. OBJ doesn't bother me. He's 26. I'll put up with him for a minute, and hopefully Shanahan and Lynch can get him to understand. Listen, we just want you. We want you to be yourself, but can you just tone it down a little bit? Can I just get him to tone it down a little bit? But I'd say you guys. I need my number 2 this year. Oh no, I'm right. I'm wrong. I'm thinking second overall. My second round pick. Yeah, I would give that up for him because it was between the second round and third round. I was going to pick up a linebacker, and then I thought about linebacker's probably a bigger need. I'd probably take it in the second round. But if you're going to put Beckham Jr. involved, now there's no need to be concerned if that wide receiver is going to be any good or not, because there's no doubt about him being any good. He's going to be good. So you go ahead and get OBJ with that second round pick. Oh hell yeah.
True. Oh, and one other thing, Ronbo. So I want to maybe 2 names or maybe a name out there. There's a wide receiver out of Iowa State that's like 6'5", 6'6", and there's another wide receiver, little Jordan Humphreys, like 6'5", 6'6". And his name is Little Jordan.
Little Jordan who?
Humphreys.
And he's 6'5"?
Little Jordan Humphreys. Yeah, 6'5", 6'6". And I understand how I mean, I know we had the conversation last year, Ronbo, around this time. And say Cal, loves his speed, and I'm all for it. I mean, but sometimes I wouldn't mind throwing a little size out there, especially like in the red zone or when it comes to moving the chains and stuff. Because say if the DB stays with the receiver and your average DB is like what, 5'10", 5'11" at best. And say you throw a 6'5", 6'6" cat out there, I mean, kind of like Gronk or whatever. I mean, why do you think he's such like a matchup nightmare for people? Because of his size, and he can go up and get the 50-50 balls.
And he knows how to. But Gronk knows how to.
If you got
He's a tight end though. I've got no problem going to get a big tight end, but as far as that, go out and get a long receiver that's going to go for them 50-50 balls. Just like it said, 50-50. He might win. It depends on how good that cornerback is. That cornerback's got just as much chance of getting that ball as he does. It's who wins at the peak of the leap. I want guys. I'm like Kyle. Give me a guy that knows how to run routes and get free and open. See, that's why I laugh when people get mad about Kendrick Bourne and talk about how he sucks. But I said, but y'all notice Kendrick Bourne knows how to lose that receiver in the end zone or that defensive back in the end zone. It's about getting open. And then Jimmy G can throw that ball right where it's supposed to be. He's already got – also, Dante Pettis is going to be good at that too. So it's not always the big guy who's going to win. If that guy can run if he can run route, if he's Julio, but people need to realize there's only one Julio.
Oh, and have you looked at the wide receiver out of Ohio State? I forgot his name. It's like Campbell or so. He's like a wide receiver out of Ohio State. That ran like a 4.3.
Would you say 4.3?
In the combine.
I gotta go check him out. I do remember somebody like this. HBK, you know what? I'm gonna AJ send me a note in the mail. Where have I seen you?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, send me on the fan page and give me all your picks. I want to go check them out. All right, but we gotta go
all
now.
Right, bro.
Let me see tomorrow. Okay.
Indeed, you shall. See you from Monday Raw, HBK and DX. We out, bro.
All right, HBK.
Hey, Generation X. All right, bro. See you from Monday Raw.
Good night, fam.
All right, bro.
Uh-oh, here he comes. Hold up, waiter Trez. Trez! Come on in here, Trez. I know he's going to talk about.
Ronbo!
Yo! Trez?
Wait a minute, Ronbo. Wait a minute. I lost you.
One half of the TNT connection, hailing from the beautiful state of Atlanta, Georgia, he is Trez.
Ronbo.
Yo.
Hold on. You got me, Ronbo?
I got you, Trez.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I lost you for a minute. I hit the wrong button.
Oh, I thought you were just playing with me. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's kind of
fading in and out.
Though. I'm trying to straighten it. Yeah. Hold on, what is it?
Yeah. See, Trez, as you know, Trez wanted him some AB just the other day. It's going to be interesting to find out. Trez is feeling at this hour as Antonio Brown is going to be putting on the silver and black for another week of time.
What about now, Ronbo?
Yeah, I always could hear you, Trez. I don't know if you hear me.
Okay, I can hear you good now. Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Well,
Trez,
okay.
Trez, wait, there's a Twitter thing going on. It says here, AC just tweeted OBJ. Now, there's been something going on with the 49ers talking in code. Wouldn't that be funny? Everybody's getting all over the 49ers for not doing a damn thing. If OBJ steps on that field next year for the 49ers, everybody needs to be quiet and apologize. But Trez, come on in. Trez, wait, Trez, you got to come in right now. You know how you come in.
Okay,
where's my rhyme?
Start on top. Okay, let's go. Hold up. Wait a minute, Ronbo. Put some ready gold up in it.
There it is. I was just sprinkle that around there and get it all over everything. Put a little bit on the armpits. Hey, Trez, come on in here, man. You all right? You got it now? You okay? You still sound like you're a little concerned about your brother. Go ahead.
I'm straight. The only thing I'm going to say, I'm going to throw my name in the hat for not doing a damn thing.
Trez, you know what? I need to... Trez, hold it down. You're the host. I got to go to the little boys' room, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Because, I wait for Trez, but Trez can run a show by himself. You don't even need me. We ain't going to do nothing but argue anyway. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold it down. So for the people over there in the chat, you know what I'm saying, Coach, look, Coach, you and Ronbo, you know how y'all been agreeing all week long, on certain things about we didn't need AB. Well, AB is over there with the Raiders now, okay? The Raiders got a splash player, and I heard you say you ain't no splash player type of guy, Coach, But I'm going to say this. You need a splash player. You need one. Kyle them is entering their third year with the team, and it doesn't make sense that we lie on all these other teams to make moves, and we're sitting back, twiddling our thumbs like we always do. And my whole thing is, if you wanna be a winner in this league, man, you got to spend money, man. You got to go out to players, bro. That's both. You got to draft correctly, and you got to go out to key free agents. And we're just not doing that. And I'm disappointed. I'm very disappointed in this team, and the coach and the GM. Because honestly, I say it again, I feel like they don't know what the hell they doing. They ain't over their heads, both of them.
Well, Trez, all I can say is the kidneys are working great. But Trez, I understand I just heard you say something about disappointed about. So what's the matter, Trez? Let's bring me up to date.
I'm disappointed. We sitting back, man. When you want to improve your team, Ronbo, you improve your team day one of free agency. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't just sit back, man. Everybody else making moves, but the 49ers. Here again, same remnants of the old shit. Everybody make moves but us. Us. Trez, we need to get better. They're entering their third year, man. They entering their third year together. And
Trez, in the morning, supposed to be a splash year. Trez, we don't have to tell everybody what we're doing a day in advance.
Oh, Ronbo, we ain't doing shit. We ain't doing that.
How you know?
Look, let me tell you something. All I hear everybody talking about when it came to AB, they was talking what? The negative is, oh, man, he's going to be disrupted. Oh, man, why we going to pay that kind of money?
Trez,
oh, man.
Trez, you don't think AB was charging too much?
They ain't talking about the age. They ain't talking. No, Ronbo, $31 million Ronbo guaranteed. 31 guaranteed for 3 years. Come on, Ronbo.
That's his guarantee.
Come on.
That's not his salary.
We could have gave up. No, his salary, the whole thing was 51, 52.
I don't know.
Somewhere in there.
But as soon as I heard 50 anything, I said, what? and $30 million of it guaranteed. Oh my Lord! No, I'm proud of him, Chris. I ain't lying.
Name me one player. Look, let me tell you something. You ain't finna get no AB kind of guy out of this year's draft. I'm tell you that now, because we ain't drafting no wide receiver number 1. Okay,
Trez.
So you ain't finna get that.
Trez.
You got a proven player, Ronbo. It don't make sense. We ain't doing nothing, man. We ain't doing that.
AB, I mean, it's not like we ain't got no receivers. I'm trying to understand. Is it necessary to pay that much? The offense is going to work whether AB comes or not.
It's time to win. It's time to win.
We wasn't losing because we didn't have AB.
I don't give a damn. Look, let me tell you. I don't give a damn. We have to spend every dime on the damn book. Spend the damn money.
And spend it right now. Right away.
Spend it. No, we don't care. We don't care. I want to win, man. I don't care nothing about 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I want to be like. I want to do it. If we just like the Rams,
I know you think the 49ers haven't done a thing, but they've signed a franchise quarterback. We didn't have one. You said just like before, and he's a good one. You've got a cornerback. You got a cornerback that's going into the Hall of Fame. So, Trez, I'm having a little problem going along with this.
Ronbo. That's why we're going to – everybody that's got a problem, that's why we're going to be sitting where we sitting with another damn rough-ass season, preferably probably 6-10, no better than what we were. You know,
Trez, we won 4 games. Trez, we won 4 games last year without your franchise quarterback, without the running back that the playbook was basically written for and around. You lost you lost both your wideouts. And Trez, and they still won 4 games. So you see, Trez, I'm having trouble feeling your pain on this.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you play the game to win? That's all.
Every time you step
on the field. Herm Edwards said it best. You play the game to win. You play the game to win. That's it.
I agree.
That is it.
I agree.
That's what we play. We don't play the game to hold on to money. We don't play the game to stash money and say, oh, you know, it's a little too high here. We'll overpay here. We don't play the game for that. We play the game to win. And we're not winning because we're not spending no money. And we're going after bullshit-ass players that we don't need.
AB was with the Pittsburgh Steelers last year and scored more touchdowns than anybody in the NFL. 15. Juju Smith-Schuster was right behind him. And both of them over 1,000 yards. Do you know the Steelers didn't even make the playoffs? So, Trez, this is why I'm trying to tell you. You putting all your marbles in a bag of AB. Here he comes.
Right on time, Ronbo.
Y'all ain't got a pot to pee in. I'm telling you right now. Bring him on. Come on in here, Trey. I'm telling you right now. If it was all about AB making a difference in winning and losing, then why did the Steelers go to the Super Bowl last year? And they had one of the best running backs in the league as well. Ben Roethlisberger's a legend. So I'm trying to tell you, AB is not the be-all, the where-all to get you to the promised land. Go ahead, Trey.
Guys, first of all, let me just pause this real quick. I just want to give a very special Niner happy birthday shout out to my tag team partner Trez right now. If everybody can
Trez's birthday?
Give him a little bit of love.
I gotta sing.
Yeah. He tried to let that one slip through.
I'm gonna sing my ass off in a minute because I love that boy. He ain't got good sense, but I love him.
Birthday. If we could do that.
Ronbo, I ain't one for. I'm not one for accolades. You know.
No, we're not gonna be. We're not gonna be that.
Thank you, partner.
We're not gonna be that. No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that, brother Ron.
Oh, hey, Trez, what if we get OBJ? Will you be happy then?
How?
Ronbo.
Who's going to pull the trigger?
There's a lot of whispering going on. There's a lot of whispering going on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Say it again,
so here we go.
Who gonna pull the trigger?
Boy, you guys just set yourself up, boy. Go ahead.
Shout out.
I'm gonna be looking for y'all tomorrow. If the
shout out
down. Yeah.
You know, TNT show. Shout out to everybody, DeAndre. Ronbo, all right, now that we've got the niceties, yes, let's get the niceties out the way. Shout out to the staff anyway, you too. But let me just say this, brother Ronbo.
All right.
Did you expect John Lynch to get a deal done for anybody? For a trade.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is we
guarantee.
struck out on the trade.
I don't know who it's
we
going to
didn't
be.
struck out on the trade.
But I guarantee you.
I told you guys he's not going to get it done.
He's going to get something.
But that's not what today is.
He's going to get
John
something.
Lynch is. He's the ultimate. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I wish I coulda.
No.
I hope to get her.
No.
But don't do it.
No.
But don't do it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He don't do it. We'd be like, John, come on, please, make it happen. No, he don't do it.
Now,
Let me tell you what he do.
Trey, you and Trez are making it bad for yourselves now tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And the next day, you guys,
it's real. It's
mud on the face. I'm telling y'all, man,
Mm-hmm.
John Lynch is up to something. Yeah.
It's a bed and breakfast.
Yeah,
it's not just a bed.
Now, y'all
we're making a bed and breakfast.
See, you guys have made yourself believe he ain't going to do nothing. Well, that's science.
Ronbo,
that is science fiction.
Ronbo, it's not about not doing nothing. It's that if you keep doing something to me, or matter of fact, if you don't do anything repeatedly, then of course we're going to feel some type of way. But let's get to something real quick, though. Right. This isn't about John Lynch's inactivity because I don't even know. I mean, I think that he can pull it off, but I don't know. But it's kind of like, I know he talks a good game at the combine. But this is the thing. Robert Saleh, you are a figurehead. I mean, literally. We got a new defensive line coach. He's a figurehead. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. Because I'm not going to let you guys forget this, okay? Because this is my problem. This is my problem. Yes. This is my problem. Okay. Going to a wide 9 defense, okay? So you're not even – Robert Saleh has no input on the D-line. Now we got a passing game coordinator. Robert Saleh has no input on on coverages, which I'm fine with. Because, Ronbo, do you know we were 32nd in pass coverage last year?
I believe you reminded me of that
rating
last week, yes.
32nd. There's only 32 teams in the league. I mean, you can't get no worse. And so what we have to do is go after Earl Thomas. But guess what John Lynch is going to do? He's going to lowball him. He's going to offer him $9 million.
Well, now, see, that wouldn't be an honest effort.
I really believe that John Lynch has 2 problems that he doesn't admit.
What's that?
One of them is that he's extremely frugal with somebody else's money. He spends it like it's his money. I don't know if he completely understands the salary cap because this is the thing, Ron. But we have $68 almost $1 million, do we not?
That's true.
68, right?
Yeah, nearly 70.
Okay.
I thought it was 71 when last.
Okay, well, it's pretty. I mean, my thing is
in that ballpark.
I need 4 starters. I need 4 starters, Ronbo. We need 4 starters for that money, Ronbo.
I'm telling you guys right now.
Come on in.
You know what I love you guys doing? Come on in. You know what I love about you guys doing this? I'm gonna have a field day. I'm gonna have a field day Tuesday and Wednesday. You guys have got it all figured out that he's not gonna do a thing. Now, not really. Nobody believes that except for you and Trez.
I am in complete agreement.
And then of course Big Show.
John Lynch needs to grow a pair of balls and start spending money, or we are going to be going 4-12 and 6-10 again if we don't bring any name players on our team right now. That's the bottom line.
No, it's not. That's your bottom line. It's not necessarily true, but your bottom line. Yes, I understand that.
No,
okay.
our roster, Ronbo, our roster
was on the IR. Our roster's not
on
IR
we're tired of shopping at Walmart.
When they come back, they will be on the field, which will make a huge difference. If you're not there, you can't be counted against. Who
is the Malcolm Smith of this year's free agency that we're going to sign? Who's this year's Malcolm Smith?
If you're on the field and you're healthy, we don't need any more Malcolms.
Who's this year's Weston Richburg?
When we were on the field,
Ronbo, basement guys.
No, that's not true, Big. So let's tell the truth. If we're not on the field, you can't accuse us of not playing.
We were on the field.
If I got both wide receivers out, I got my starting running back, which all the plays were written on. He's out. I got another running back that's good, but he's got one wheel. My franchise quarterback that you guys say we don't spend any money on was sitting around watching the game with you and me. But yet you guys claim that was the 49ers. That's the only 49ers, and that is the real 49ers. And that, my friends, is not
That
true.
Is the real 49ers.
That is not
what
the
else
truth.
What were you watching?
So tell me how Nick Mullins reminds you of Jimmy Garoppolo. How does C.J. Beathard remind you of Jimmy Garoppolo? Since when does Jeff Wilson look like Jerick McKinnon? Be honest.
Since when did Jerry McKinnon look like Jerry McKinnon?
Well, there you go.
Answer that for me.
You got me there. But what I'm telling you is, when I got my guys on the field, then you can grade them.
Good one.
But if they're not home, it's like if I come over your house and the house looking like trash and you out of the country for a month, I got to get mad at you? How's that work? No. I need people on the field, and then if they suck, you suck. But if you ain't there,
and that's what we're trying. And that's what we're trying to tell you. We need reliable players that we can
playmakers.
That will playmakers, right? That will improve this roster tremendously, and we ain't got to worry about that. We ain't got to worry about that.
So you need depth, is what you're saying. You need a backup for the backup for the backups.
No, there ain't no depth. No, we got a bunch.
We need starter killers.
The starters on the IR, guys. This is an irrational argument. If my entire first unit's on the IR, how are they going to perform?
Okay, Ronbo, hold on one second. We've needed a pass rusher
for a long time.
We've needed a pass rusher
since
before John Lynch got here. Year 3, we got plenty money again. We ain't never had a deficit money. Have we ever been broke since John Lynch been here? We ain't spent nothing.
Nope.
Nothing.
You're telling me about guys being hurt. We're talking about guys that we drafted. Jimmy Ward was hurt.
Was there a pass rusher available last year?
There were plenty of pass rushers.
Was there a pass rusher?
I'm sorry.
Was there a pass rusher available last year?
Khalil Mack got traded for last year, Rombo.
Was there a pass rusher available last year?
Huh? Yes, Khalil Mack was available.
And
was there no effort to get Khalil Mack last year? Weren't they dealing with the Oakland Raiders? When's the last time the Raiders gave us anything? See, I'm just looking at what happened and making judgments from that. Y'all are saying they ain't doing nothing. It's like you send a man out to a gunfight with a cap gun. He got killed. He sucks. Well, come on. What's he going to do? He's dead meat.
He keeps bringing out this super soaker from Walmart. That's what the problem is. We need a bazooka. We need an AR-15, and he keeps going to Walmart.
Y'all know you ain't right.
I'm telling you,
this
Dollar General shit gotta go,
can't
Ronbo.
blame the team for not having the first-string players on the field. You can't go out and get a bunch of new players. We can do the guys
we had a preview of what the first stringers looked like in the first 2 weeks, and they weren't doing anything.
And what did it look like the last 5 weeks of 2017? What did it look like the last 5
weeks of 2017? That doesn't count, Ronbo.
Last year doesn't count either then. Hey, if we're not going to count last year, 2017, let us not count the beginning of 2018 either, Show. It doesn't work like that. Your argument has holes.
Ronbo, hold on, wait a second. Ronbo.
Jimmy Garoppolo did not know our players when he barely came in, Ronbo. You cannot say that was our offense right there. He didn't know our players at all. He was just throwing them open. That was a
What? Silence.
All I can say is we're still shopping, like my partner say, at Walmart, Dollar Tree, Dollar General, and everywhere else.
I guarantee you guys, there's no way that they don't do anything.
We're not even shopping.
No more dollar store shopping.
Well,
no more dollar store shopping.
We're not even shopping at Target. You know what Target is, Ronbo?
I think this is a little bit prejudice. Nothing's happened. We're a night away from free agency even getting underway.
Problem,
and you guys have condemned these guys. You've already condemned them before we even get started with free agents. That ain't right.
Yes.
And you already blaming players from last year.
He's gotten a pass for 3 years.
You're calling last year's 49er team the 49ers. That's inaccurate. There's all kinds of inaccuracies in this argument. That was not the 49ers.
The team that, okay, let me just say this, Ronbo. The fact, let me just say this. The fact that we're going into year 3 and we're finally going to get a pass rusher, you need 3 years to address our most dangerous need. That's troubling.
Had they been dealing with anybody besides the Raiders, Khalil Mack would probably be the 49ers. And everybody knows the relationship between the Raiders and the 49ers. John Lynch didn't know.
John Lynch as a GM, if you've given him anything but a C, you're being disingenuous. And the only reason why he was
they put more on the table than the Bears did. Trey, you know the Raiders don't deal with the 49ers, and you're going to still say this.
Ronbo.
They don't deal with the Niners. When's the last time we got a good player from the 49ers? Go all the way back to Bill Walsh's era. Please tell me. Please.
When is the last time we signed a free agent that wasn't over the hill? You brought me Pierre Garçon, but he was done. You bring me Weston Richburg, but his knee is blown out.
Yeah, would you have rather kept the other center we had?
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'll be very honest with you.
You guys got all the questions, but you got no answers.
No,
you know the Raiders don't deal with the 49ers. You know that the fact that Kilgore had to go, he had to get another center. These are things that we all know the answers to.
Rumbo, we have the answers. Spend the money. That's the answer. Spend it.
And stop settling for
free agency starts tomorrow. Free agency starts tomorrow. Free agency starts tomorrow. Free agency starts tomorrow. You guys are getting mad 24 hours before you're even supposed to.
We said this last year, Ronbo. You said we had to wait last year.
We got Jimmy Garoppolo and we got Richard Sherman. It ain't like they're not. Those are the best.
Richard Sherman is. It's not like we got 25-year-old Richard Sherman. And he was coming off too.
But the thing is, you guys said ain't no moves being made. That's not right.
I said he hasn't signed anybody in their prime, Ronbo. That's what I said. Well, he hasn't made a big.
They've been there for 2 years. They've been there for 2 years, and you guys are expecting them to look like the Patriots. That's not realistic.
I'm saying teams around us. Ronbo, hold on. How long had the Rams organization been together?
Oh, come on, Trey.
He got together making plays. They're making plays.
Trey,
that team making plays all around us.
That team was already made before McVay. You know that team was already made. That you would have put Shanahan on that team, they would have won the Super Bowl.
Mike Mayock just fleeced the Steelers. He just fleeced the Steelers. He just got there 20 minutes ago.
Mayock got abused.
He just fleeced them.
He got abused.
What are you talking about? He
lost a third round and a fifth-round pick, and he's paying $50 million for a 30. You just said don't get any overhill players. And Antonio, last time I checked, he's 31 years old.
He's not paying $17 million a year for him.
Yeah, he's not paying 50. He's not paying 50. He's not paying 50.
$30 million guaranteed is what he's paying. And you guys just said stay away from over-the-hill players and old players. 31. $30 million guaranteed.
For 3 years, Ronbo?
$50 million contract. Please give me a better example.
He's in the 15 million. He's in the 15 point or 16 point somewhere in there.
That does not match with your argument. That does not match with your argument. You said the 49ers are not bringing back nothing but old people.
Be reasonable.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You can't go to that argument and then not go to that argument. You got to use it every time. If these guys at 49ers are bringing in too old, how old is Antonio? And the 49ers ain't never paid nobody no $30 million guaranteed money.
We'll talk about a younger receiver. $1,500 a year. A season. $1,500 yards, baby. 1,300 yards. 1,200 yards.
Okay, now you're going to go to stats. You left the money.
We're talking numbers. We're talking
left the money.
Partner, hold on. Let me ask him a question about one younger player, and we're not going to do it too long. But let me just ask you for this, Ronbo.
Okay.
I need him to pull a move for us like this, Ronbo. Tell me if this scenario would this work for you, okay? We call the New York Giants, and we say that we will trade you our number 2 overall pick and our 2nd round pick for Odell Beckham and the number 6 pick. And here's why. Let me tell you why. We're going to get rid of 2 picks. Now, look, if you told me that you could get Odell Beckham and then at number 6, we could get Devin White, fill 2 needs, would you need a 2nd round pick then? I don't think you would. I wouldn't need. If you give me a starting receiver and a starting middle linebacker, with your basically.
Of course, you know what? This is not a bad deal. But then this time next year, you will say, "We've been here for 3 years and still ain't got no edge rusher." See, this is what I'm saying. You know, you can't fill every void at the same time.
This
is all I'm saying.
That's given. No, that's given that they sign somebody in free agency. That's given that they do that. No, we want to give them a chance to prove it, right? Don't we want to give them a chance?
No, you're not giving them a chance to prove it. You said 2 years. That team's supposed to be so. You said that team should be fully built.
He's not an active GM, okay?
It needs to be fully built in 2 years. And if it ain't
2 for 1.
Hey, Ronbo, right with him. Bargain shopper. Him and Coach. Coach Ronbo and Lynch. And Shanahan.
He is the couponer.
He does. He likes the coupon. He wants to grab this old guy and this old guy and this guy that didn't get any started.
Don't wear any shoes in the next 2 days because your foot and mouth is going to be bad. You have no idea what Shanahan's doing and Lynch, and yet you guys think you're calling it. I'm going to be loving this.
And look, and neither do you. You don't know.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's what I'm saying. So neither one of us have a right to be shouting.
My partner said. But look, just like my partner said, who gonna pull the trigger?
We'll see. We'll see. I guarantee. I already know I'm right. There's no way that I'm doing anything.
Continue on with the show. Look, shout out to Big Joe. Shout out to my tag team. Everybody in the chat over there wishing me a happy birthday.
Wait.
Big Joe.
Ronbo.
Who's that? Will.
Hey, Will. Hey, look. John Lynch, if you're listening, if you go ahead and make some big splashes this year, maybe your ass can get into the Hall of Fame.
Hey, I gotta sing Trez a happy birthday song. No, wait.
Preach, my brother.
Can I have the floor for just a second?
Hey, look, look, man. Hey, look, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, Ronbo.
Will, real quick, because we gotta get to the next phone call. We've been too long. Go ahead, real quick, Will.
John, let's spend the goddamn money, man. I don't care if we go broke. If we go broke, I'm telling you, man, I don't give a damn. We're gonna go to the playoffs and we're gonna stay consistent and get add on after that, and we're gonna be a good franchise, man. All the other teams, Trez is right. All the other teams are getting these players, spending this money, and they doing it. Now I tell you what, watch them damn Browns come free agency. They're gonna make big splashes.
Will, we got to stop. Will, come on back tomorrow, fam. You got to go, man. We got 20,000 people waiting to get over, y'all. All right, but I got to do Trez's birthday.
All right, bro.
All right. Happy boo. Happy birthday, dear Trez. Happy birthday, dear Trez. Happy. Oh, wait, hold a second. Gotta wet it up there a little bit. Right. Happy Niners birthday to my man Trez. And y'all know you ain't right. Get up out of that street. I'm telling y'all, man, I'll be waiting on you. I can't wait till tomorrow evening.
Thank you, Ronbo. You know
I love you,
Appreciate you, Ronbo. Thank you.
Shout out to everybody over there in the chat.
All right,
thank y'all for the birthday visit, man.
I'll be looking for y'all tomorrow,
Have a good one.
All right, guys. That's too much fun. Boy, ain't nothing like, boy, this is we may as well be in the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Hey, thanks, Jordan. All right, Jordan, I forgot to say thanks, Jordan, for the contribution, fam. See, this is another thing. See, why are the 49ers whispering on Twitter? See, that's why I know something is cooking. They want to say so bad they can't stand it, but John Lynch told them if they do that, they got big trouble. All right. But anyway, for all the non-believers that think the 49ers are going to sit back and just say, oh, we're so scared to spend the money, we're never going to do it. Boy, y'all got a surprise coming bigger than mine. Hey, Rod, are you ready? Look at Rod left us. Rod, come on back, man. Rod. Hey, what was it? Ando. Well, everybody got mad.
How's it going?
Yeah, no. You know, I'm battling for the organization who's not getting any respect tonight.
Look, I've been hearing all this blasphemy, man. What's going on with the faithful tonight?
It's like, you know, it's understandable. People are a little tired of us losing, and so, you know, I'm still standing by. There were no starters out there last year. You cannot call that the real 49ers, and I ain't moving from that.
You got to give them at least when they're all healthy. You got to evaluate after the full season of playing all healthy.
Or give me at least
man
3 guys in the backfield, and give me at least 1 starting wide receiver. Come on, man.
Everybody want to be the Rams, man. Look what the Rams did. They went out, got every big free agent they could, and they dropped 3 points in the Super Bowl. Man,
and
that's not how you do it.
They got trouble coming next year. They got a lot of those guys are leaving. So I agree.
And they're still re-signing their players too. You see, Don Fowler just got re-signed to a 1-year deal.
They signed Fowler to a 1-year deal with the Rams?
Yeah, he signed back 1-year deal.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Because with Fowler, that's definitely good. Who else? Did they sign anybody else besides Whittle?
No, they got Fowler and they got Weddle. So
yeah. Well, good, Rams.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just wonder, I guess Talib is still with it. Did Talib have more than a 1-year deal?
I think Talib's a free agent too, right? I don't know.
And they probably don't want to sign Peters, or they're going to tell Peters, you had an okay year. Here's what we're offering.
Peters, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, his
he's good when he has a good like a safety behind him.
Yeah. Also, they got to re-sign him though, because his contract. I think his rookie contract is over.
Yeah, he has 1 more deal this year. Last year, I think next year he'll be a free agent.
Oh, okay. So he does have. They can pick up a 50-year option. You're right.
Yeah.
Because him and Eric Armstead came in at the same time. All right.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know, man. AB got the bag. I think he robbed the Raiders over there.
Oh, heck yeah, he did. That's too much for him to pay. And if 49ers would have paid that, I'd have been pissed. Come on, man. How you guys gonna pay anybody? Go ahead.
Wide receiver's not our biggest need. I think we got to address other needs before we address that position. That should be like the least of our worries, honestly.
Your key positions in winning are usually your edge rusher. That's you got to have an edge. You got to have a defense. You can't have that quarterback.
We got to get an edge this year.
Yeah, you can. And your secondary, it has to have a solid safety. 49ers are going in the right direction.
Yeah.
But because they don't sign a guy like AB, they're failing? No. And it's like I just said, how many teams in the championship drive had an all-star, wide receiver? A lot of teams. The Rams didn't even have an all-star wide receiver. Because, again, that's why they lost in the Super Bowl, right?
They gave a superstar contract to Cooks, man.
Oh,
he's a non-factor.
Brady beat him with 1 dude. That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, so.
If we get Earl Thomas, we get an edge rusher, and then if it's a possibility, then I'll go get OBJ. We need to get those positions first.
Shanahan's going to scheme, guys. His offense, the way it works is Shanahan will even tell you himself, he doesn't need the extremely expensive guy. But OBJ, and maybe even AB if he was younger, you go ahead and get those guys. You do get them. But you don't be $50 million, he's 31. No. Giving up assets,
I don't know,
too.
Man.
That's silly. We'll see what happens with that, though. But Endo, Earl Thomas, Dallas Cowboys, and are you interested in Dee Ford? Endo? Okay, let me see. IAS. I can't say his name. he made that name just so I could say it. It was good, senor. It's great, fam. John Hayes says, "What up, Ronbo and the Niner Empire, fam?" And Anthony McLean says, "Breaking news: Rams agree to keep Fowler." We just heard that one. And Danny, the loose cannon Delgado, he says, "Here we are talking about the 49ers, how they're going to do this season and who they will draft or who they sign in free agency. Let's not forget this year 3 of Kyle Lynch." I know, right? And people wanted instant results and instant Super Bowl. It doesn't, they need a minute. And you can't have all your team going. It's actually, somebody said it too. Actually, the 49ers are in year 2. Last year didn't count. You can't lose your entire first string and be blamed for that. And they addressed it. They went out and got a new group of people to try to keep them conditioned where they can handle the rigors of the NFL. Okay, Niner says if we go 7-9 next year, people will start to panic. Yeah, because that would, especially if all the first stringers stay out there, that would be sad. In San Francisco, go look at Gary Johnson, linebacker from Texas. He ran the fastest 40 of all. Gary Johnson. All right. All right. Time. Oh. San Francisco says, go get Gary Johnson, linebacker from Texas. He ran the fastest 40 of all linebackers in his combine. That's a linebacker I've been screaming for. Hey, I thought that was Devin White who ran the fastest 40 for the linebackers. Huh? Was he an outside linebacker or inside? Gary Johnson. Let me check that out. Tyler!
Ronbo!
Tyler, what's going on, man?
You know, free agency don't start till Wednesday, right?
I mean, that's what I've been trying to say. I mean, our front office has been condemned in free agency. Actually, it gets started in small degree tomorrow, and then Tuesday and Wednesday.
I don't know how that works, though, because they're not allowed to call anybody until Wednesday.
It's illegal calls are allowed, seemingly starting tomorrow, and it's a 3-day period.
How does that
right?
work?
Yeah. Those
so
those wink, shake hand deals.
They're allowed to call, but
yeah.
they just can't. They can call the free agents,
but
signings. They can't sign.
Yeah, no signings. Not until Wednesday.
Okay,
at
so
4 p.m.
How do you know that, though?
Well, I mean, that's what they say.
Tomorrow they're going to start
negotiating. Every year they do that.
Yeah.
At the combine, they already started talking, right? And then by the time we get to this particular weekend, it becomes free agent frenzy. So.
Okay, so tomorrow let's start talking.
You'll hear those little rumors or those little things that will leak out by intentional leaks. That'll happen tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Because I remember a couple years ago, I don't know why, but it was right after we got Shanahan, and I saw we got Garcon. I was like, all right, a receiver, that's cool. And then I saw they signed Hoyer. I don't know why I got so excited. But I was like, good, we got a quarterback.
Well, let's see, Hoyer, he used to know, anyway, he used to know Shanahan's system. So there was a reason to believe he could run it. He came in and wimped out.
Yeah.
God.
To be fair, the offensive line was dreadful.
Brian Hoyer but he could still have stepped either forward, backwards, somewhere. Don't just wait till him and CJ got this thing about taking punishment. I mean, guys.
There were points where he would just fall down.
Right? Before he got hit.
Guys are coming, he just.
Oh,
yeah, I mean, I saw him play live. I went to see him when we played the Colts. He actually played pretty good that day, so I was lucky that he did. But we ended up losing in overtime, which got on my nerves because Ray Armstrong got a pick in the end zone in overtime. Dude, I would have hit that pass. What's his name? Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
He had Hilton or somebody open in the back of the end zone. I was like, man, how do you underthrow that, bro? I would have hit that pass. But anyway, Armstrong picked it off, and then we got the ball, and then we didn't do jack, and then we punted it back, and then the Colts, he hit T.Y. Hilton on this deep pass, and the fans are like, and that's another catch by T.Y. Hilton.
We couldn't do anything with him. I knew that was going to happen. Didn't they contain him for the first half of the game?
It was Rashard Robinson that was blowing the coverages.
Oh.
But, it was crazy because, I mean, it's pretty cool. I think all stadiums do this in some way or another. But the announcer, he's like, and that's another catch by, and then the crowd would go T.Y. Hilton.
So annoying, especially when somebody's doing it to us. I mean, if I'm watching another team like the Rams or the Seahawks and they're doing that, I'm okay with that. But don't do it to us. God.
Yeah, man, I want to see. I can't wait. This is gonna be crazy. The teams already. I think they would have made the playoffs last year if they could have stayed. They could have had at least Jimmy Garoppolo and McKinnon on the field.
I mean, at least Jimmy. People are blaming that team, and there was nobody home. That's not.
We could have gone 9 if it was just Jimmy. We could have gone maybe 9-7. But I feel like
Jimmy,
if McKinnon's on the
at
field,
least 8-8, because the offensive line was getting better and better during the course of the year, and even if he had Jimmy and also Matty B, who I did not know was going to look like that. If he
here's the thing, man, we would have gotten on a streak because who knows? People will tell you, oh, we would have lost to Kansas City anyway. Well, I think there was about 8 minutes left on the drive Jimmy got hurt or something like that, and we were in the red zone, right? so that next play where CJ threw that touchdown, but it got called back. I think that would have been the play that Kyle would have called anyway. I think Jimmy would have hit that, and maybe the penalty doesn't happen because it plays out a little different. But I don't know. I feel like we would have scored there, and then we would have got another chance. There was like 8 minutes left. So
was it that much time?
We could have beaten the Chiefs. But even if we didn't, we would have been 1-2.
That's when you know Jimmy was on his way to getting back on track. He came back in that second half. It was no playing around. He was really on.
Yeah, and then people will tell you, oh, he didn't play good in that game. Like he had a really solid second half. He was okay in the first half, but we weren't moving the ball enough.
Defense had nothing to do. They could do nothing in the first half unless Kyle was
the only thing our defense did. The only thing our defense did the first half is that when Tyreek Hill torched Richard Sherman, then Sherman dove and broke up the pass.
That was he went and got Sherman's amazing, and he wasn't 100% at that time for sure. We got a 100% Sherman this year.
Yeah, and then anyway, I was gonna say we could have gotten on a roll because whether we beat the Chiefs or not, the next week we played the Chargers, lost by 2. We would have won that by 2 scores if Jimmy was there.
And also Jimmy was starting to come on.
Then after that, we would have beaten the Chargers for sure. Yeah. Like we were scared of the Chargers before. Remember before last season, we were like, "Oh, we might lose to the Chargers."
I knew we were going to lose to the Chargers. I thought it was going to be really bad. CJ went out there and competed with them.
Yeah, Jimmy would have went out there and won by 2 scores. But anyway, after that, we would have played the Cardinals. Jimmy would have beaten them because think about it, we lost by 2 scores. But here's the thing: CJ made a couple. I think he threw a couple picks and he fumbled towards the end of the game. Jimmy wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have.
And we were still in the game. That's the thing. All that messing up, and we were still in it. God.
Jimmy would have won that. He's way more polished. Like even that touchdown that CJ threw to Trent Taylor against the Cardinals was so sloppy. He's so low. It was wide open. So Jimmy would have killed the Cardinals.
I think even Nick Mullins would have done better. It's okay. You know what? A lot of the ridicule is going to slow down starting, first of all, in the next couple of days. And this season, don't let the 49ers first string stay out there. Boy, I'm going to have my day then. Boy, I tell you guys.
Yeah, and then
calling the whole team trash and ain't playing.
After we would have beat the Chargers and the Cardinals, we would have beaten the Packers. And then
the Packers would like to be picked.
But after, so you add in, I believe that was what? There was 3 more wins right there. We would have been 4-2 going in to play the Rams. We probably still would have lost to the Rams when we were at home.
But it would have close.
Who knows? The game could have gone. The game could have turned out differently because our offense would have controlled the clock a lot more, giving our defense time to rest. So who knows how that game would have turned out?
There's so many variables that are being thrown out just to trash the front office. That's fine. We'll see shortly. Tyler, we got to go.
Jimmy's going to be much polished. I feel like I have a strange feeling he's going to come back better than he was. And
Tyler, you got to hit the pipe bomb anyway. We got to go. We've been making people wait a long time tonight. So is Tyler gone? Okay. Should I do a few? The Rock. Is A back? Rod, are you back? Rod? Hello. All right, let me see. And Coach says, I think it's time for all 49er fans to fall in line with the program. No, really, seriously, negativity is ridiculous and unwarranted. I gotta agree, you know. I really do. I don't understand how anybody could say that was a representation of the 49ers last year with all those first stringers gone. Okay, anyway, you know what? We'll see. All right, Dee Ford is worth the second round. Pablo XXX says Dee Ford is worth the second round pick. Use a second on a rookie. being in the win, you don't want a kind of player you're getting in a rookie. No, that's true. You do not know what kind of player you're getting in a rookie. I guarantee you that. I agree with that, Poppy. Jim Thoroka says the Raiders get DK at 4 to go with A. Big. Your thought? Woo! Hey, you know what? I do like DK. That's my dude, man. You know. Do the Raiders, are all their needs offensive? Don't they need some defense? Because we scored on them at will with Nick Mullins and Garcon. And that was pretty much it. Was Matty B there that night? Anyway, if the Raiders go all offense in the first round, I'll be a little surprised at that. Maybe they're a little more. Maybe they had injuries too. I don't even know about. Jose Mendez says, "Funny, Raiders always talking trash on a free agency pickup. Why don't you guys draft a Hall of Famer?" But they did though. No matter what I feel about Antonio Brown, he is going to the Hall of Fame. He is a badass. But he is 31. This is what I'm saying. Don't overpay for him. When you're trying to rebuild a team, you can't spend all your money on one player. And you certainly can't give up all your draft picks. Nicholas Pusateri says, "Sup, fam?" And the Felix Neveza Ohana. Hey! Felix, you're from Hawaii, aren't you? Yeah, what's brother? Sup? He says, "I watched one of your old videos and had one question about what poopy kickers we had. Jose Cortez was one." We've had. Uncle Phil was the only guy we could really cut. Hey, Sheik, come on in, Sheik. So he comes down the aisle coming in from that. Hey, Sheik! Hey!
Want the 9 to press? Wait a minute!
Joey, man, everybody's doing you, man.
Mine now. No.
Woo.
What's up, Ronbo? What's going on, man?
Sheik, man, just sit back here, but I'm trying to defend the red and gold pride. And I'm fighting a terrible battle here. Well, Sheik, go ahead, because I know you wanted A-B. What's up? Oh, God.
Well, A-B could kick A-B out of here, back to Oakland, because he's homeless. He's an idiot. But we got 12 hours, Ronbo.
Yeah.
For 49er Christmas. 49er Christmas.
Tell you.
Have everybody been a good girl and boy this year?
Now you know some of us haven't. Jimmy G hasn't been a good boy. Out running around with girls 42s with F cups.
Yeah.
God, Jimmy!
Well,
I'm worried about him.
Get that F out of here. Go to the freaking nice town, Jimmy. There's nice girls out there. I told you I'll give you my black book. Take it.
Tell you,
have some good girls in there. But anyways, but the thing is, Ronbo, the AB situation.
Yeah.
He's an idiot because he doesn't know that broken Carr is going to be broken ass somewhere else because they're going to most likely trade him. So the Raiders are done.
Wouldn't that be funny? Mayock says Mayock talks about Derek like he's the bee's knees. If he do, I'm gonna be shocked. But you never know.
Yeah, bro. But I'm gonna tell this. I've been saying it from day one. I haven't been on the Ronbo show like that time when Earl Thomas was drafted. I wanted Earl Thomas and Anthony Davis in that draft. Obviously, they're back to back, so we missed out on one of them.
Yeah.
But Earl Thomas is the key free agency. I've been saying it for the longest time. Get him.
Yeah.
Why not have our general on our defense that he knows the system? God damn it! Like there's so many guys in the safeties that are they're strong safety. Collins, we don't need him. He's a strong safety. We need that general. The general is right there in their hand. And I just looked at right now on NFL Network, Cowboys will only have 19.4 in cap space. How in the hell are they going to pay him?
I mean, they can't pay anybody they have now. They're franchise. You can't only franchise tag one guy, and they've already done that, and he's not happy. So you got $19 million. We're giving you, Earl. That's all the money we got. No, that's not going to happen.
This Cowgirls are known. They're just smoke screen, man. That's all they are.
Sheik, see, that's
Zeke,
what I
got Dak.
Sheik, that's what I don't want to see our guys come down to. I'm looking around and I'm seeing everybody franchise tagging players that they need to continue success. If the 49ers want to approach this intelligently, I support it. If it means you got to let a free agent here and there go, you got to let him go. If I see DeForest Buckner leave, if I see Dante Pettis leave, if I see all these guys we're just picking up, I see Fred Warner, we can't keep him. We can't keep any of our guys. Why? Because we signed that free agent that now is not producing and we're overpaying for him. We're trying to trade him. The price tag on him so high, we can't even trade him. It's a dangerous game to play. So that's why I said I'm going to let these guys do their thing. So.
Yeah, we had to let them do their thing, but they have to be smart because it's a make or break year for John Lynch. And shout out to the TNT show. You know, they have a lot of good points, Ronbo. Like, this is Lynch is what has he done? You got Jimmy G and you got Sherman, and he had Gold as a kicker. Now he's a red zone threat. That does not work. That does not work as a red zone threat.
But
we've been needing a red zone threat for a long time, Ronbo.
No, Antonio Brown is not necessarily a red zone threat either. What Antonio Brown is a good receiver who can take the ball downfield. You also have to realize this team has been installing this offense, which really worries me, is they missed last year installing the offense. That is frightening for me because it takes 2 years, like it did the Falcons, to become absolutely devastating. And they would have had they been able to put this year in. So with that said, I'm not sure what to expect this year, but it has been delayed. So because I've seen what's the running back's name in Atlanta that Shanahan had?
Kevin Coleman or
no, the other guy.
Other dude.
Anyway, I saw too many plays on the red zone.
Devontae Freeman.
What?
Devontae Freeman. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
I saw too many times where they executed easily within the 10-yard. I think the thing is we don't have any patience because we're tired of losing before Shanahan and Lynch got here. So we're intolerant. We're irrational. We have no patience anymore. I understand that. But I'm also saying, for God's sakes, give it a minute. And going out spending all the money, giving up all the draft picks is not the way to build a team. I support him on that. Do what you got to do and do it with intelligence. You got guys that know how to do that. It's not just everybody says it's all John Lynch. It's not. He's backed up by Mayhew and Peters. They know what they're doing. And Kyle Shanahan's been around football for how long? So I'm not going to condemn them just like that. I think they know what they're doing. I'm willing to wait.
And you could blame those guys like Reuben Foster and these other head cases that didn't pan out. But the thing is, people say like the free agency is, you're going to make giving them all that money and be worried of them being a downhill. Honestly, the first round picks, there's so many first round picks that we picked the last 4 years, other than Defoe, we've been missing out. And honestly, Ronbo, I think sometimes you have to make that effort to win.
So you're saying you support spend whatever it takes to get that free agent
wisely. But spend what the it factor player is going to make a difference. Like C.J. Mosley, like Earl Thomas. Those guys will make it. If OBJ, maybe a first round, maybe the 2020. Yeah. Well, but not this year.
I'm just saying, how about we wait until free agency starts before we assume that none of this is happening? And it will be done in an intelligent fashion so we don't become Dallas in L.A. talking about we ain't got no money to pay our players. We can only franchise tag one. The rest are going to walk on us. I don't like that. And you know what? We'd all be basket cases if, like, 2 years from now, the 49ers are going to lose Fred Warner. They're going to lose Dante Pettis. They're going to lose this guy. And we can look back and say, well, everybody said, go get them free agents. Give up all the draft picks. Just get them now. We got to win now. Oh, no. That's not smart. That's not smart.
No, you gotta be balance it out. You can't overspend for somebody. Like everybody in the free agent. No, I'm not saying that. Or give up all your draft picks. But you got to be smart what you do, Ronbo.
I think that's what you're trying to do, though.
Yeah, and that's what they're. And the thing is, right now they're talking to Everson Griffin. They're talking to Dee Ford. That's a second round pick, and that's maybe a third or second for Griffin. So they've been talking to these. They're willing to give him up, and that's a contract year for Dee Ford, by the way, if you think about it.
Yeah.
The following year.
Yeah. Sheik, let's continue tomorrow, Sheik. Because blame Trez and Trey. We took up an hour with them. People got mad. Ron went to bed on us out in the East Coast. So I'll see you tomorrow.
Wake up!
Okay? And good points. I want him to spend wisely too. You're right.
Yeah,
I agree
balance
with
it out. Balance. It's about going to do offense and defense, Ron. But we can't have these Garcon's guys in this team. We cannot have that. Well, no, we have to pick these guys wisely. But
that was the first year, Sheik. I mean, you guys got to give. They couldn't go out and just. They came in late. Kyle's doing the Super Bowl. They came in. They got together. And they did what they could do. I can't be mad at them for that. But I understand. Some people aren't ready for that either. But last year and this year, let's see what happens. All right, Sheik. I really got to go.
Shout out to Trez. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
People, hit that like for Ronbo Sports, sub, share. Hit that bell on the Ronbo app to get a notification. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the next caller, brother. Christmas, shout out Christmas.
Look at Sheik shouting. I hope he goes out like that.
Let's
go! See you tomorrow, Sheik. Let's go to Marin, where Michael Rapina is standing by. Oh, Mike, people are pissed. Mike, I don't think I understand this. I've heard people. You know how much I love Trez. Trez says spend all the money. He doesn't care if we don't have any money left. And Big Show, of course, supports that. At least Trey was a little bit of a voice of reason. But spend all the money? No. And give up all the draft picks? Come on. That doesn't make any sense.
There's never a dull moment on the Ronbo show.
Woo!
Hey, Ronbo, I got to tell you, man, I've been listening to these callers, and I haven't heard anybody mention this yet. I'm going to bring this up again because I bring this up all the time, and I just don't think it gets talked about enough. I'll tell you about Dee Ford. I like Dee Ford, and I would give them the second round pick, and I would pay Dee Ford some money to play edge for me. And I'll tell you why. Dee Ford had 12.5 sacks last year, and 6 of those, half of those sacks were strip fumbles.
He led the league in that.
How many turnovers? How many turnovers did we have last year?
3.
What, 2? 3?
Maybe 3.
Earl Thomas, there's a guy that's going to create turnovers. 2. I want football players that create turnovers on defense. And the hell if defense doesn't win championships.
Oh,
it
heck
does.
yeah.
And
it absolutely
does is because
way before that wide receiver.
That's right. I mean, I'm telling you, you get those turnovers, you get that ball back to your offense, and you score more points.
Controlling the clock and keeping the ball and scoring. But that's how the Seahawks did what they did. It wasn't about their offense being all pro. They had a couple of wide receivers that people still don't say anything about. Everybody doesn't even know Doug Baldwin. That's what I'm saying. It's not about
I know it, Ronbo. I know it. And there's some pass rushers out there right now. Now, I just heard that Dante Fowler got signed. That's fine. But I know Robert Quinn is still out there. That Zadarius Smith from Baltimore, I don't think he got signed yet. I think that there's still some guys out there that they could go out and get, But, I mean, that's the thing that I'm looking at is I want football players that create turnovers, man. And that's what – and those are the guys that are worth – if you want to call it a splash player, if you want to call it a splash player, then he better be able to – on defense, he better be able to create turnovers.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't create turnovers to me, he's not a splash player. Yeah, he's a waste of money. Yep.
That's why it's about Earl Thomas who got – Earl got 4 interceptions in 3 games. Was that what it was? Or 3 interceptions in 4 games. One of those numbers, that's what I want. Wide receiver, Jimmy G is going to score. And you know what I don't understand, though, Mike? People think that Kyle Shanahan, that's what he does. He's an offensive guy. The 49ers get the ball back over and over from the defense. You can bet your ass they're going to score. No problem.
That's right.
So
that's right. No, that's what Kyle does. He gets those. I mean, his the way he thinks is he's offensively. I mean, it's unbelievable. You listen to that guy talk. what he talks about. I'm always going to use a fullback, and I got that fullback in there because there's always that threat of a run. Because if you don't have that fullback in there and that defense, they have a certain personnel grouping, it's going to be impossible to run against them. But when you got that fullback in there, they know you can run at any time. And when I put that fullback in certain positions, then I can throw with them in there too, and that creates problems for the defense.
Absolutely.
I mean, you listen to this guy talk, and he's got it all figured out on offense.
Brilliant. And Mike, how about this? You're talking about him. Now I got George Kittle, one of the scariest threats in the league now, coming back next year. You don't think defenses are going to be having to be very weary of what he does? He just freed up the entire offense for next year. Whether we get AB or OBJ or not, the offense is going to run amok. You've got to count for him.
Absolutely. George Kittle's a monster. I feel like we have Gronkowski right now. I mean, I really do. I feel like we got, I mean, as good as Gronkowski, if not better. I mean, Kittle's been unbelievable. And I mean, I expect him to just keep on going because he's got that kind of attitude, he's got that hunger, he wants to just keep getting better and better. And, but one thing, Ronbo, that I wanted to talk to you about was our defense. What the hell is going on with bringing in a new line coach and now lining up in a wide 9? What are they doing to this defense? Things are just not working, so they're just trying random stuff. I mean, what the hell?
That's not going to be something they're going to do on. That's going to be something they do on certain situations. You can't run the wide 9 all game long. You'll get killed. You know what? I think that's something they want to incorporate as far as their defensive packages. So.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because, Saleh comes over here. We got this whole thing figured out. All right, we're going to run the defense that we're going to call it George Seifert defense, right? We're going to run George Seifert defense. And so they haven't been looking anything like that. Mm-hmm. And then, you hear that Saleh's got his own little wrinkles to it, and you're wondering, well, what's the wrinkles? I don't see any pressure coming. No. I don't see any turnovers being created. I don't see anything really working too well. And now all of a sudden we're going to go into a wide 9.
like we're ready to graduate to that level. You know what's interesting though?
So do we still? So can I ask you a question? I don't know if you know the answer, but is there a Leo pass rusher in the wide 9? I mean, what?
Well, the way it's set up to breach an offensive line through certain gaps. My understanding is it takes a lot of speed. So everybody on the line is how many speedy guys do we have on defense? That's why they say that's one of the main reasons why Eric Armstead was maintained. For some reason, it seems that he is going to have a huge impact on them running that. And whomever else they pull, if it's Bosa, if it's this is why there is some concern in my mind as to whether are they going to go ahead and get Allen. If they're not going to stay in the base defense any more than 1 down or 2 downs here and there, it's going to be interesting to see what they do due to the fact they're going to incorporate.
Yeah, because that's what I was.
Go ahead,
Ronbo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're probably going with the same place I was going.
Just going to. Well, you were just reminding me of what I was thinking too. I mean, basically, I was thinking, well, wait a minute, is Bosa going to fit this now because they're doing, they're spreading them out and stuff. I mean, because Bosa is really that true defensive end, the guy that can stop the run and rush the passer, and he's a thick-hipped, strong, edge rusher that still has a lot of great technique and can bend and all that. But I mean, for the wide 9, they might be looking at like Josh Allen, I mean, or somebody that's longer, maybe. I don't know, But
remember, Mike, the percentage of the time that you're running that wide 9 is not worth not picking up a Bosa. If, you maybe take him out for a play and maybe put Ziocha or somebody else like that that's maybe a little quicker, but you're not going to just take him out of the situation every time. And who knows? Bosa may fool a lot of people. His quickness is still there. He can overtake guys that are standing right in front of him with just nothing but hand technique, and maybe they get past him a little faster than anybody else. So I don't know that he'd be out of it. But, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good point, Ronbo. Good point. Because, I mean, that's really who ultimately, I'm with you on that. I really want them to get Bosa. But, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like any of these other guys. I like them all, We'll see what happens. But Bosa just seemed to me like he was the
the
He's the
most
most polished
of them.
Yeah, that's
and,
the thing.
Yeah, it just seemed like that technique that he had. He just, he's got some moves, But we'll see, Ronbo. But to all the guys that are frustrated right now, man, this thing hasn't even begun yet. Let's give these guys a chance for a minute.
At least
I know up to this point it's been, yeah. I mean, it's been frustrating. I mean, and we all are going through this together, man. I mean, all the injuries they had last year and the 2017 draft didn't pan out to what we thought it was going to be, and they missed on some stuff, no doubt about it. But let's see what they do here.
We will, Mike. It's starting tomorrow, Mike. Mike, we got to go, and I tell you what, I'll be looking for you tomorrow too if you get some time.
All right, Ronbo, I'll be around, man. Thanks for all you do. And shout out
Mike.
to the Empire. Have a great night, Ronbo.
You too, fam.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
And we go to Sean the Jeweler. Sean, come on in, man.
What's up, buddy? How you feeling tonight?
Oh, feeling great, Sean. I'm looking for the next 48 to 72 hours. Boy, Trey and Trez came in and just attacked the man. I don't let them get somebody good. I'm gonna be talking smack for the rest of the year.
What I miss?
Well,
what I miss with them?
It's believed that they've not done anything so far, which I don't fully agree with that either. But it's believed that Lynch has done nothing up until hasn't done anything yet, and therefore do not expect him to do anything starting tomorrow through Wednesday either. Now, see that to me? Oh, come on now. Why would he sit? So Sean. People understand the 49ers, we're pissed off. Can you imagine what Lynch and Shanahan are feeling out? Our pissed off is like a refrigerator compared to what they are. Those guys are burning up. Those are not losers. Right. We're talking about one of those guys, a Hall of Famer, potential Hall of Famer. We're talking about Kyle, who's from a family, his dad's a winner. These guys aren't accepting this, but they're trying to be intelligent about their moves. Don't look like the Rams. That's not good. You got to do what you do, but don't be an idiot. And I understand that. So, that's where I'm at with that.
A lot of people who really have never owned a business or never successfully ran a business, they have a hard time understanding what this regime is trying to do. In order to build a business, sometimes you got to be patient. You got to make calculated moves. And look, and to say that they haven't taken any risks in the past, they have taken some risks. It just unfortunately didn't work out for our favor. So now, look, they've done some good things. They've done some bad things. And for anybody, I don't know if they said that we need to just. I don't know if they said that we need to spend big money in free agency and things like that. That's not a way to do it. What I see is what they're trying to do. And shout out to the coach for the GM too tonight, man. He did a great job, and he breaks things down and he makes it in simple terms for people to understand. But getting back on track. Look, when you start getting these players and you develop these players and you get them under contracts and things like that, you want to have them peaking at the right time together. You just can't start throwing out these big contracts or these 1-year deals or these whatever. You're trying to get everyone to peak at the same time at the healthiest part of their contract, if that makes sense. Okay, so what they're trying, they can't have.
It's his credo.
Exactly. So you can't you can't sign a big star for 1 year and then sign another guy for 6 years, and then in year 3, or year 4, when something really is about to explode, you've already lost 2 or 3 of your big splash signings. Does it make sense? You need to have you need to have a plan that's gonna boil at the head all at the same time. So to go out here and just start signing all these different guys, spending all this different money, and they're not in a cohesive part of the peak at that time on the team, it's not gonna work. They need to have this. They're trying to build this team to peak with the right guys at the right time, if that makes sense. So this way they can continuously move forward instead of just trying to throw a blanket and see what happens. Does that make sense? There's more strategy to it than what we're actually seeing. I mean, it really is. I'm in the process of building another business right now, and I'm trying to get things where things are peaking at the right time. Does that make sense? You can't just go out there and just start, you just can't go out there and take your AK and just start shooting and hoping it hits something, if that makes sense. It's true, man.
It's been 2 years too, Sean. 2 seasons. And last year, and they're getting grief because Ruben and Solomon T are not panning out. Well, it's Solomon T may still pan out. Ruben was out of his mind, and they should have seen the red flags, but they didn't. Okay, fine. First year, they made a mistake. Last year's draft, Sean, was that a fail?
Last year's draft?
2018 draft.
No, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say it's a fail. There's some things that came out of there, and some players develop at a different level, man. I mean, some guys, high performance guys, some of them take some time. Some of them take a fucking couple years to click in, and other guys, they get it right out of the bat. And some guys just don't get it. I mean, and a lot of things
got hurt. But
yes, like 100%. It's once we get all the places, once we get all the pieces in place, and we start peaking at the right time with all those pieces in place, that's when we're going to do something.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. I mean, we got so many pieces we need to fill. We're not going to get there with only 30% of the puzzle. They're trying to build this thing where we're peaking with the right players at the right time, so then we could just move forward, and that's what Belichick did.
And have a couple of kids you got to renew a year. You know, it's so funny because, like I said, last year, what if Jimmy G stays on the field? I mean, every team can say what if, but what if some of those first stringers would have stayed on the field? It just maybe 3 or 4 of them. What if they would have stayed?
Right.
That's a different team. We're not a 4-win team.
Come on.
They're an 8-8 team. Minimum.
Come on. I mean, and I've said this before in the past, how many teams in the league will survive without their fucking first string running back and their starting quarterback? Who?
Right?
Who? You tell me a team. You tell me a team.
Wait.
Not.
Wait,
so,
Sean, I forgot about the Eagles.
Go for it.
Nick Foles. I forgot about. Okay, one team.
Who was their running back? I
know, right?
They still had a back, and they had a veteran quarterback. They had a guy that's been in the league and has started for teams. That's one out exactly.
So that don't count.
Exactly. So
I agree.
Right. So I mean, but you're right. That's the closest thing to it. And so it. Yeah, I mean, we just want instant gratification. Look, they're really trying to build something special here, man. I mean, you guys can go out there and say blow the money and do all this other shit. Yeah, okay. You want to be like the Rams and go to the Super Bowl? Okay. And then we end up with 3 points?
Yeah.
Right. Let's see how you feel then. Then you guys will really be on John Lynch and saying that they didn't build this thing properly.
And they'd have a right to then.
You know what I mean?
I mean, that makes sense. So, look what kind of mess they made. Got in there and embarrassed everybody with that sorry-ass mercenary team. And this is why it takes a minute. Some people said they'll do it this year, fire them. And get who? This is the thing, Sean. Let's say they do fire everybody next year. Who's coming in to take your place? So this is what I say, you got to be careful what you wish for.
There's nobody out there.
See?
There's nobody out there. These guys want instant gratification. They want it now. But yeah, they have all these ideas. Like you said, fire them, do this, do that. And like you said, get who? And then they don't have an answer. There's nobody out there. There's nobody out. There's nobody out there.
Guys, let's not misrepresent anything, okay? Now.
Yeah, I'm telling it like it is, brother. I'm telling it like it is. You guys,
Ronbo,
we can go. You can go.
Nobody said it'd be ridiculous. But if we find
that was
John Lynch,
my description of it.
Yeah, if we promoted Adam Peters, that wouldn't be a bad idea, especially a guy that has some front office experience, Sean. This is the only thing I'm mad about, Sean, and this is all I said so that you can hear it from the horse's mouth. And I'm gonna just be really quick. I feel like we have a losing mentality from front office to field. I feel like we're complacent. I feel like we think that certain things, not being aggressive. Nobody's saying spend all of our money on one player, two players. But we have almost $70 million. You can get me 3 starters in free agency and not break the bank.
Let me ask you this. You're talking about promoting Adam Peters, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right? Is that what you're talking about? Okay.
Absolutely.
Adam Peters, is he part of the 49ers organization? I know it's not like a dumb question.
He's John's right-hand man, along with Martin.
Okay, so you're going to sit here and say that we have a losing mentality with Peters in there? But he's part of the organization.
I think that
hang up the phone, Jack. Hang up the phone.
I think he's hamstrung.
Hang up the phone, Jack.
I think John Lynch is calling the shots.
No, buddy. John Lynch, he has a team of people around him. He's not making.
I think they all agree. Otherwise, there was no point in hiring him because you can sit there and tell him.
No, but I'm gonna go though.
Dictate.
Come on, buddy. You're a smart guy. You're a smart guy.
John, you're very smart too. That's why I'm like, come on, man. But we know that we're not aggressive enough. We're not aggressive. We know it.
But there's a reason for it, Trey.
I'll agree with you.
4-12.
I'll agree with you that.
We're 2-10 we're 2-10 in the division.
I hate 4-12. Trey, that record is indicative of the state of the team, not the team. Okay. Nobody's ever going to believe that.
Trey.
I quit on that.
Trey, listen.
We don't have a franchise quarterback. We don't have a running back. It doesn't matter.
I'm a fallback. Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
Okay. We got to.
Yeah, I'm here. I mean, come on. Trey's a smart guy. Trey.
Another nightmare, but I appreciate it. But Sean, all I'm gonna say is that Sean, you're very smart, you're very intelligent. I think we may differ here, but there's a certain segment of the fans that are tired of not doing everything possible to win. No, Ronbo, how do the Rams? Where do they keep finding this money at? They just re-signed Fowler. They keep finding money under the thing. We got plenty of money.
They signed a 1-year deal.
Okay. He's a playmaker that's going to help them go back. You said 3 points in the Super Bowl.
They're not signing Talib and Ndamukong Suh. Didn't they lose a couple other guys already? All I'm saying is, and they're going to lose Joyner.
They made a play for players. They made a play for players.
Okay.
And now they're bringing certain players back. We need to make a play for players.
Okay. But I still don't think the Rams are running that right. And I think they're going down this year because of it, too. But anyway, guys.
Because their quarterback is trash. That's why. But,
Ours isn't. I just want to be on the field.
No.
And then we wouldn't even have this conversation.
The Rams' defense is legit. That's what I'm talking about. Build our defense up.
Guys, I'm getting pressure. We got to hang up, guys.
All right, Ronbo. Yes, sir.
And I might see you guys tomorrow, okay? Appreciate you, fam. Oh, God. All right. Russo. Hey, Russo, sorry, fam. Yeah, we got a little crazy tonight. It's good. We're going to have those kind of nights and every now and then. I'm sorry. So, yeah. But come back tomorrow night. We'll try to keep it better under control. Time constraints. And Paul Salvi says Earl is 30 and will want probably a 3-year deal. I'm worried about that, too. But you know what? 33 for a safety. How old is Eric? What's the dude's name in Kansas City? Who's supposedly the best safety in the league? Is he 30 plus? Niner Keys, I think 49ers have a great chance on landing Earl Thomas. Pablo XXS as we draft rookies and don't know what kind of player you're getting. Trade for Dee Ford, a player that you know he can pass rush. People act like every draft pick you have, you're getting a great player these days or rookies. No. And like Sean says, you get Dee Ford if you can. I think this is the misunderstanding between the two camps. Nobody's saying don't get players, but don't fill a room full of free agents and make all the kids you came in that are growing and developing, don't make them sit down unless they really suck. And then, of course, whatever you got to do. But I just want to see them do intelligent free agent shopping. Don't do the Rams. I say that, and Rams fine. Okay, they got it with it. But remember, the Rams were not a bad team before McVay came. It's just the management they were under before was kind of dumb. So, there's a difference between a team that's already made and a team that the 49ers inherited, which had to be built from dust. So that's a huge difference. Didn't even have a quarterback. Hey, Jacob.
Yo, what's up, fam?
Jacob. Yeah, man. We're sitting back here and doing the preseason like we always do. But Jacob, what are you thinking here, man? And by the way, I do like Dee Ford. I'm just worried about whether he can play the 4-3 better than he can the 3-4. But anyway, and Earl Thomas is definitely probably in the mix. I can't imagine the 49ers not going after him. As hard as Richard Sherman's been working, but go ahead.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Go ahead.
Oh, so they gotta make some big moves. Tomorrow we gotta start hearing. We're gonna hear the rumors, and I'm gonna be disappointed if we're not even, mentioned. Because they're gonna mention teams. Teams are gonna be mentioned about these guys talking to this guy. How you guys were talking about earlier. The rumors are gonna start.
Oh yeah. They start leaks. Those are called authorized leaks. The media finds out.
Yeah.
The media rush out and tell it. Yeah. Or maybe add a little bit to it. But the 49ers are not going to be uninvolved this year. That's science fiction. Of course they are. They know they need to improve.
The team has we got to get mentioned at least, and I got confidence in them. The people think that they feel bad. Imagine how they feel in the front office.
Right?
You think they just
yes.
Relax and they're chilling. No, they know what time it is.
Yeah, they're not sitting back laughing and the fans think we need to spend some money, get some more players. We're not spending any money. No, come on. They don't want to lose. Neither one of those guys are losers. They don't like losing. And you can tell when Shanahan's on the sidelines, his jaws get so tight every time they screw up. No, that man likes to win. So.
Yeah, I seen it I was seeing it in Shanahan's face every post game.
Mm-hmm.
Every post game
after on the sideline.
Red, and he just, but you can only say so much, and he was not the type to make excuses. He knew what time it was. He was like, we just gotta.
And Jacob, that's why Carlos Hyde's not with the 49ers right now. People think it's because Carlos has to. Remember that pass he missed? Jimmy G dropped it right over the top, and Carlos Smith. Shanahan was raging. You could see he was raging mad.
Yeah. When
Carlos is on his
place.
Carlos is working on his third team.
When everybody's doing their job and it comes to the last guy to do it and he doesn't do it, he's gonna cheat out. And that's the thing. They all about execution and doing your job. That's it. It puts everybody in a position to succeed and everything. But I think as far as the AD, we could have had him if we really, really, really wanted to. We could have had him.
Yeah.
They just. They don't want to deal with that because he's a package. He's a package deal, and I think that he was a lot of reasons why he was so good and he looked good is look who was throwing to him,
Mm-hmm.
And
look who he was surrounded by. He had
he don't get Big Ben don't get enough credit. He made AD.
Yeah, but remember what AB said last year. Somebody else said that too. Remember AB says, "All right, trade me then, find out." Okay, we're going to find out now. Is Derek Carr Roethlisberger? We'll see.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. He ain't going to have the same number. I already see that. I mean, Carr, he's been declining the past 2 years. They're done. And I wouldn't be surprised if he gets traded, Carr, in a couple years. But look what Ben's doing with McDonald, our tight end. He's making them look good. And Big Ben, he's a bad quarterback.
And Juju Smith-Schuster. See,
exactly.
It's about the QB skills most of the time. Receivers can be good, but if they ain't got a quarterback, they're going to suck.
Exactly. And he has his deep ball is one of the best in the game. Ben's deep ball, so he just drops it in there.
On target, perfect. Antonio Brown was just feasting on him every week. 15 TDs.
Ronbo, the rusher. So who's the top one out there? You said Dee Ford, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one. The 49ers are working on him, actually. It seems, according to reports.
I think we're gonna most likely get at least one free agent in the rush, and then Earl Thomas, man. I mean, he's already talking to Rich, right? He already talked to Rich, and he said
Rich has been begging him for weeks. Yeah.
Rich came back to the office and said, "Hey, he's talking about what was that, $7 million or something? He wants to." I remember you were talking about it not that long ago.
Yeah. He said that in the beginning, and then he went up to 13. He wants to be the highest paid safety in the game. So Kansas City Chiefs safety is getting around 12, 13 or something like that. He wants more, right? So now the 49ers got to equal that. But that's not a big deal. If you sign Earl Thomas for 13, that's not going to make any difference to the 49ers cap. They got plenty of money after that. They got enough to go get somebody else, too, another impact free agent. So then they can go after Mosley or whomever else they're looking at, if they are looking at Mosley. OBJ is still on the table, most likely. The 49ers were trying to get him last year, even though they can't get any credit for that. But I don't think that was a joke. I don't think they were faking on that. I think that was really happening. But the Giants probably are asking for their, a lot more than anybody can pay.
Who would you rather have, Ronbo, Barry, or Thomas?
Thomas. Barry's good, but he doesn't know this particular defense. So give me Thomas. Yeah. So
when they're both in prime, Thomas is better than him when he was in his prime, and then better than Barry was in his prime. Thomas, he just
tough question. Thomas was badass. I mean, Richard Sherman may be famous because of Earl Thomas, actually, because Earl erases things.
Even though we had the rivalry, that's one dude that I always respected, Thomas, because he wasn't like Richard or Chancellor, talking crazy shit.
Yeah.
He would play.
He was just doing the job quietly.
Exactly. He would do it quietly. He would just take care of his business, handle his business, and he's a bad dude, man. Him and like you said, him with Mosley or someone, all three stages of the defense: first the rush, middle, get a linebacker in the middle, and then solidify the top. Those three stages, touch them up.
Now you have a defense that can actually. Earl Thomas can create turnovers. That's why they're going after. That's why the 49ers are going so hard after Dee Ford. He was one of the biggest turnover guy in the league. So you got Earl back there. You got what's his name up front. That's how you build a team. You don't spend all your money and give AB $50 million. That ain't doing nothing for the defense. So you go ahead. You spend the money where you should.
Yeah, you don't get two top tier free agents to play the same position, like two top tier corners free agents or two top tier linemen free agents. Like you don't replace your whole position, your whole roster with those free agent starters. Because that's why one of them's gonna.
And also, you got to wait for your draft. Your draft kids you draft them for a reason, especially if they've shown you any kind of promise. Let them develop. This is year 2. Don't freak out yet.
Solly has something to prove. Solly.
I know that. Solomon better do something this year, though. Jacob,
I don't really know him. It was bad. Yeah, I got you, Ronbo.
All right, fam. I'll be looking for you tomorrow.
You gonna tune in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's Monday night. I'll be here tomorrow anyway. All right?
Tomorrow, I'm ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't wait to wake up to whatever's happening. All right, fam. Have a good night.
All right, Ronbo. Have a good night.
Dude, Jacob. Oh, my God. Hey, Blake. Hello, Blake. Hello, Blake. Hello, Blake. Blake! All right. Something may have happened to Blake. Although I hear a sound, though. All right. Yeah, I can't wait till tomorrow, and we'll see if nobody's doing a thing. Hey, Lee!
Yo, what up, Ronbo?
Lee, man, we're doing the preseason. You know how we do? We start yelling and screaming.
Yeah, I heard Trey and Sean, but I wasn't really sure because I missed the start of the show. I got the end of it. I'm not sure what they were going on about.
Yeah,
I think it was about Trey. Does Trey want them to be more aggressive and
more aggression is needed?
A bit more patient.
Yeah.
I just want to. I think we do. I think we need to go after premier talent instead of going for these mediocre guys, Ronbo, and overpaying guys that aren't doing anything. Guys like Malcolm Smith, Jimmy Ward, they've been on the team far too long. And they haven't been producing.
Now Jimmy Ward.
Go after the
remember, Jimmy Ward was not. That's Balky's guy. But again, Jimmy, I don't think they're going to. How come we haven't heard anything about Jimmy Ward? I'm wondering why they haven't. If they're going to re-sign him like they threatened to do, how come they didn't do it yet? Yeah.
But let's look at last year's free agency, for example. We got 3 guys. We got Richburg, we got McKinnon, and we got Sherman. Richburg was terrible. McKinnon got injured and didn't do anything. And Sherman, well, he played all right. He played better than the other corners, but he had 0 intercepts. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if you grade what our free agency did last year, we did nothing. So this year we have to be more aggressive. We have to go for the talent, whether it's Trey Flowers, whether it's Earl Thomas. We don't have to go out there and spend all our money So let's get at least one or two, top tier guys. Let's not muck around this free agency.
And I bet the farm they're going to go for. Well, they went for 3 last year. I don't think that's asking too much. I don't doubt that they're going to at least do that much this year. Also, Lee, keep in mind, injuries. You could get these guys, and they can come in and get injured right away too. I don't think holding the team responsible for signing people and they get hurt. I don't see where that's fair. Now, what if they would have stayed healthy?
No. We had a lot of injuries last year, like no doubt about it. We had like our 3rd string quarterback. We had our 4th string running back, I think, by the end of the year. Maybe our 5th string running back. We had a lot of receivers
off
out
the practice
throughout the year
squad.
too, Garcon, Goodwin. Yeah, so that's a key thing that we have to make sure we don't have this year. We changed our strength and conditioning. So hopefully we don't have that.
And they addressed that. That's the first thing they addressed. Because if they can, no matter who we get, if they don't stay on the field, it's not going to help us any. So let's get some people in there to do something different. And they went all out. Sports science? That's serious effort to get that problem alleviated. I got to commend them on that.
Yes, I'll be happy if we get at least one, maybe two, good guys, whether it's Earl Thomas or Trey Flowers or, CJ Mosley or something like that. At least get one of these guys, an experienced guy that can help us. Because remember, we can't fix everything in the draft. You're going to hit on some picks you're going to miss. Hopefully we hit on the early picks.
And believe me, I agree. I've been wanting Earl Thomas ever since he first left Seattle. I didn't think it was possible. I thought the Hawks were going to find a way to keep him or something. But, yeah, I absolutely get Earl Thomas. That's my number one target. And then if there's an edge rusher out there available worth a damn, don't give him $20 million and he ain't no good just because he said, hey, you guys need an edge rusher? Yeah. $20 million. Who are you? How many sacks you get last year? How many pressures? So what? I'm an edge rusher. You don't have one. This I can't do that. I might as well keep Cassius Marsh and whoever else we got. Get somebody who knows what they're doing, and he's not there just for the money. She could be there for the money, but you're always going to overpay a little bit for free agents anyway. But at least, hopefully, it's going to be worthwhile.
Yeah, but let's not go after guys that aren't producing. Let's not go after an answer and overpay him like $15 million or something for a guy that's getting injured all the time or a guy that's getting 6, 7 sacks.
A track record of doing so.
Yeah, exactly.
How many games did Ansah play last year?
I'm not sure because I think he started, then he got injured. I'm not sure how many games he played last year, but he's had injuries, throughout his career, especially the last few years. I think he played. I don't want to get him because he's just had problems over and he's had his good years, but then lately he hasn't. And I think he had he's one of those guys that'll get you a couple of sacks and then you won't get a sack for 6 or 7 games. He's like one of those kind of players.
Heard about that.
He played this year. He played 7 games.
Yeah, he's notorious for his inconsistency and getting hurt kind of easily. So you don't sign him to $17 million, and that's what they gave him last year in the franchise tag. If he was that good, he wouldn't be leaving Detroit.
Exactly. They'll be re-signing him. They'll be tagging him. They'll be extending the contract. And that's why this year, to me, I think this isn't who I want to pick because I know a lot of our fans like Josh Allen. I think that's who we're going to pick. I just have a feeling. I could be wrong. I think, Mike Rapina said, I'd prefer Bosa, but I just hope if we do Josh Allen, I hope he pans out Ronbo because I don't want to see another, a bad first round pick, especially a number 2 overall. And
it happens with edge rushers a lot. Eli Harold came out and he was awesome coming out of Virginia. That's why I'm saying I like guys that have technique. I've learned from that. Corey Lemonnier, same thing. He was coming off that edge like a blazer. And,
in college.
In NFL, if you don't have technique, you're going to get contained. You are. So that's why I'm saying.
Because everyone's big, everyone's fast,
Yeah.
So that's where the technique comes down to it, eh?
Yeah. So I'm a little leery about speed rushers. But, somebody called in earlier tonight and said he demonstrated a lot of technique. Okay, good. If he does, okay, fine. But don't bring anybody in here that ain't got no hands. Or no, it's scary.
Well, it's probably good we got all those new assistant coaches to help out because I think we really lacked it on defense this year, with coaching. And I think with all those assistants we brought in, it shows that, we're looking to, progress these guys because we've seen a big drop-off from our rookies in 2018 from 17. A lot of them, Akilo, Colbert. And
we can't afford that.
Rookie
we got to get these guys better,
as they call it. Hit us hard. Of course, Trent Taylor was injured. I wonder if his back wouldn't have been hurting, would he have been pretty much what he was in the first year? We'll find out this year. That he says he's fine now.
That's the problem with back injuries. Like, I've had 2 back injuries, but I know, like, those are the kind of things that can prolong and just keep coming back.
Oh.
So hopefully he has a good season. But I prefer that guy out of the draft. That guy, if we can get him in the 4th round, Andy Isabella, later in the draft, because I think he's the perfect kind of slot with Wes Welker teaching him. Remember, that's money to me.
He could. Lee, we're out of time. I'll look for you tomorrow, though, huh?
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Ronbo. Shout out to the Empire, and hopefully we do some big things this year.
Yes,
thanks,
please. Let's do some big things this year. All right. Bye, William. William Rivera says the game with chess is like a sword fight. You must think first before you move. Yes. Downey Montana, 49er hitter. Sup? Check in from the 818. Almost was bang, 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 gang. Niner gang. Vi Malupe. Sup, fam? Mikael Cuevas. Sup, fam? The boss George up in here. KD216. Okay, here we go. News on Ruben's new girlfriend is cute, though, and she cooks for him. Maybe he might be better. Wouldn't it be great if we could go back and get Ruben back? Ruben, have you grown up now? Is there going to be any more phone calls that we got to answer? And you get suspended about? No, I got to. This is a good girl here. I'd listen. I like Ruben, though. I know he was going to be good. Dang it. San Francisco says Texas and A&M. T. East Jace, tight end Jace Sternberger, might be a viable option for us in the 4th round. All right. I gotta say these names. Z City Cast, we not getting DK Metcalf at 4. He's not a 4th overall player. He don't run good routes, and he doesn't use his size properly. He tries to joke people instead of running enough over. I'm hoping we can trade down. You know, who was that said that was he from LSU, the Greedy? Somebody says, who was that said Greedy shut DK down? Okay. Ole Miss versus LSU. I got to check that out. Hey, Blake, are you back? Blake, you got a connection thing going on. I could hear you come in and it fades out. Blake. All right. It's Jersey Joe. JJ.
Wow.
What's up, baby boy?
Jersey man, we're out of city rolling through what's coming up next time of day. You know, we're going to see, though. We're going to find out real soon.
I can't wait. Man, you're running kind of late again tonight.
I know. I was feeling it, too. But I'll take a couple more here. But Jersey, man, I'm telling you, they're talking about, their targets are guys who create turnovers. Now, Earl Thomas and Dee Ford, if they add those 2 guys, I think the problem has been addressed. And get them first. Offensive guys you can get later. But get that defense rolling. You got to have an edge rusher. In the secondary, Earl Thomas will straighten that out overnight. So,
Well, you know my stance on that. But first, I got to say everything to the Sam right here. I done told y'all. Nobody believed me. That I was nuts.
You are nuts.
This dude is going on his 4th team. Same old sorry-ass Carlos Hyde. I told y'all. Piece of trash-ass running back. I told you he was trash.
I feel bad for Carlos. I can't believe.
No, I don't.
He can't stay in one team, though. I mean, hey, but Jersey, you know what? He wasn't bad in Cleveland, but I think it was about expense. When you got Nick Chubb, who's doing Nick was doing just as well as Carlos anyway. You go ahead and let Carlos go. They didn't mean to. That's what Kyle Shanahan's talking about when he says, I wish we could do the draft first and then free agency. That way I know what I don't need. And then I don't have to overpay for people. Because the 49ers hate doing that. You can tell they really do.
Well, I felt it last year too. At the beginning, I knew Breida was going to do good. That's why I'm shocked when I always hear you say that. I didn't see it coming. I saw it coming by a mile.
Jersey,
anyway, okay, so back.
He was good, but Jesus Christ, he's damn elite. I mean, Breida's I don't know, he's good. I thought he was good, but not like that kind of good. I can't wait to see him Breida healthy and ready to roll next year. Oh, man.
Well, I remember last year, the first time I did a video chat with you, that was the day that McKinnon went down. Yeah. And I told you, I remember, I said it, I wasn't worried. Even with Morris. But I always knew what I saw with Breida. But anyways, what's going on right now, I don't give two shits about AB. I'm glad he's not with us. His crap just got worse and worse. And my stance on defense has always been there.
Yeah.
Whoever we get in not free agency, but in the draft, it's going to be an edge rusher. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
There's no, like you said, there's hardly any edge rushers left in free agency that we can get. I whatever it is, I want to spend a lot, but not too much because we still got to pay Dee Ford at the end of this year.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, that's a succession. Dee Ford this year. They want to extend him as soon as the season ends. I think that's when it's legal. What you got to do is you got to be careful as you go along. Don't spin down and be doing like Jerry Jones, asking people like DeMarcus, we've been together for a long time. You got to trust me on this. They don't play that, Jersey. The guys want their money. You got to come up with a deal.
They're all young. Yeah, they're young cats, and really. I look at the psychological part of a lot of it. I mean, you look at Richard Sherman. We hated him, but he was very, very smart. He was very smart. I mean, he's one of the few. Like, who was it? Well, AB, perfect example. Somebody said, as soon as you pay this man, he's gonna lose it. And now it's gotten to the point where people are so much about money rather than winning a damn ring. So you get those people that just don't want to play, then shit happens. And I wanted to ask you too. When we had Tom Stewart and Chip Kelly, who was the defensive line? Defensive line coach.
Kelly.
Do you remember?
Oh wait. The guy. I think Chip Kelly brought him over with the guy with a big mustache. Defensive line coach. I forget his name. He looked like he knew what he was doing, but didn't. I wish we'd have kept Jimmy. I wish we could have kept Jimmy G. If nothing else, okay, Jimmy, we're gonna go get another head coach. I wish you'd stay with us and handle our defensive line. Our defensive line was badass when Jimmy G was running it.
It was solid. Yeah, it was. I
mean, Jimmy T. I'm sorry. I get my G's and T's.
I think it was 5 tries they tried to get in the end zone. They're on the 2-yard line, and we stopped them every single time with that trash team. Well, my point is with this is like maybe it's hard to find that one specific coach to get certain players to shine. Like we're still waiting on Paul. Here we are in year 3 with him. Like I said, we're going to move him in this correct spot right now. I really want Thomas. I really do. Like you said, maybe he can get something started on the first, as soon as his arrival. You know what I mean?
Jersey, maybe it was his emotional. Last year that was pretty traumatic for him. I wonder if he even really wanted to play football. Him and his sister were close. It's just like Goodwood losing children 2 years in a row. I don't know that none of us have went through that. I mean, maybe some of us have, but I can't imagine how hard that is on you. And now you're supposed to go out and do your job, whatever that is. Wow.
Well, again, thank God I haven't had to deal with anything like that. But I've seen him in open field where he's had chances to take down a quarterback. He runs like he's got cinder blocks on his feet.
Oh, he runs right by him.
He does.
Takes the wrong angle. He's a better football player than that. You watch him at Stanford. I don't know what was going on with Solomon Thomas. I really think emotionally he just wasn't involved. He looked worse last year than he did. We had a lot of guys that looked worse last year than they did in their first year, which is bizarre.
Yeah. I know. I was talking shit to Adrian Colbert earlier.
Were you really? Were you one of the people on his on his Instagram live shots talking bad?
You heard him? Yeah, that was me. I was talking about all of them. I was like, I was Kendrick and Cobra. You guys both bums. Somebody's getting mad at me. Who said you were bums?
Cold. They're going to be better this year. They know they screwed up. I'll see what's getting. I don't know. We'll see in camp. Guys are going to get cut this year. Guys are getting cut.
Thomas, I really want him to do good because I said it before. 94 is a legendary number. It really is. I mean, Charles Haley, that racist Stubblefield,
and
that badass Cowboy, you know what I'm saying, who got robbed out of his ring. But he said he wanted 94 for DeMarcus Ware.
I know. We'll see. I still think it's going to be a new day in San Francisco with these guys this year. Last year was a fluke. Everybody getting hurt, and then the ones that were it's just sophomore jinx and some of these guys. We got to go though, Jersey. Hey, I'll be back tomorrow though. Okay, looking for you.
Yeah, I want to say one more thing.
Good.
Oh shit, I forgot it. Never mind, but I'll call you tomorrow.
All right, don't forget it. Write it down.
Good night.
All right, JJ.
All right, have a good one.
Well, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to. Hey, Jeff, I'm glad you. Jeff, did you hear us last night? We were apologizing for accidentally timing you out. That was an accident. It was one of those clicks where they weren't clicking at you. It was trying to hit you. He says, did you know? Jeff says, did you know that Matt Breda is married to the high school kicker of his high school team? True story, she was the kicker. Wow. And you know what? Girls have the same amount of leg power, they say, can have as much as guys. They can't squat because they don't have upper body strength to handle the weight that you need. But they could if they can do the get underneath the rack and push up from the floor, some of them can deal with dudes. So kicking ain't, yeah, I can believe that. That him and the girl got close is pretty cute, though. Black Lives Matter says Earl Thomas will not be 100. He will be 50 and won't hit like he did or tackle, be faster. It's just his name that seems shiny. He won't be the same, not year one. He said, I like Earl Thomas like everybody else, but he wouldn't be going anywhere if you didn't break his leg. Bones heal, but he will not be the same the first year. Knowledge is about, and he will bring. Yeah, you know what? I wonder if the 49ers, Earl's going to have to pass a physical, what I would imagine, before they actually close any deal. Earl's probably got to come in and demonstrate that he is physically okay, I guess, right? True says Bosa. Let's see. Earl is an L missing. Bosa, Earl Thomas, and maybe a receiver. Giants, Odell, maybe, but to be sure, if he's a good fit. But if we get him, good. But Bosa, Earl is my primary objective. Niners all day, every day. Yeah, you know what? 49ers don't get no offensive players this year. I'm fine. Unless they get him in a draft. I do want Hawkinson out of Iowa. But defense, we've got to fix the defense. Get turnovers. Give that ball back to Jimmy G and company. And let's maul teams. Nikita Love says, and we get Terrell Williams. You can take the roof off the top, right? Terrell Williams, to see. Let me back up on what I just said. I do like Terrell Williams. I've liked him for months. When I first heard he was going to be available, it's funny we never hear any conversation about him. We might within the next 3 days for sure. Watch out for the Rams. They're going to go after Terrell Williams. They ain't got no money to support Terrell Williams. Terrell ain't gonna, y'all offer 1-year contracts. All right, thanks, but no thanks. Mark Opena says, I love my Niners. Yes, Mark. James. James. Come on. Yes, James.
My guy, Ronbo. How we doing?
That's the same James. James, we're surviving the night. You know what I'm saying? Just going through the motions and talking about what everybody's a little on edge right now because we're waiting for free agency tomorrow. And if we don't get something, it's going to be all hell's going to break loose. But James, what are you thinking?
Man, I'm excited, man. There's a lot to look forward to right now. I'm doing my homework on these guys in the draft. I'm looking at a lot of corners. I got one of my favorites right now is Chris Boyd. He coming out of Texas Longhorns. He's a running a 4. He ran like a 4.46 at the combine, and he got some good tape against some quality receivers and teams.
Yeah.
Like,
what's his name?
The point of attack, Chris Boyd.
Chris Boyd.
And no one's talking about him, so I think he's gonna slip maybe like 4th round, 5th round.
And did you say he's a tight end?
Oh no, corner.
Corner. Okay.
Yeah, corner.
Is he that good? How tall is he?
Something I've been thinking of. Oh, I want to say he's about 6 foot.
All right, he's got to be 6 foot, because the 49ers don't seem to be looking at
He's
anybody
about 6 foot.
6 foot, unless you're a safety.
I know, huh? Yeah, but I mean, I'm telling you, some of those corners are 6 foot, and some of the short corners is the ones you want to look at. Don't sleep on them sometimes, because you might come on a Chris Harris. They're feisty, man.
Yeah, and not only that, they have better coordination and quickness and reflexes. The 49ers,
they can turn better they can turn direction.
Yeah, hip can flip the hips. The 49ers want to clog lanes with the length. They want to be able to dive into lanes and pick balls up. But none of our guys are doing that very well. This is a problem.
Right.
So.
Exactly. You know what I was thinking about, though? Everyone was talking about this receiver, and they're saying his career is going down, and probably in a few years no one will be talking about him. So I'm thinking about this. He's a big receiver. His name is Kelvin Benjamin, all right? Now check me out. I don't want him at receiver, okay? We don't need him at receiver.
Yeah.
But he's so big, we could put him at tight end, and I think he'll ball out.
Kelvin doesn't block, though. He could
I'm
be
sure
a move
he would,
tight
though,
end.
if you put him at tight end.
Yeah, he could be a move tight end. But a tight end, I think the 49ers probably like their tight ends to block, though, because Shanahan he's got a lot of running game in his playbook, right? So he's got a tight end that's not blocking and just out there catching. I don't know. Kelvin Benjamin should be doing better than he did in the end zone or red zone. Did you notice Benjamin rarely beat anybody up in the end zone?
I don't know what really happened to him, man.
He says it's Cam Chancellor's fault.
Honestly.
I mean, not Cam Newton's fault. Remember they had that argument last year?
Well, yeah, that's right. They did kind of get into each other's face a little bit. Hey, what do you think
Cam
about
went at the game.
Jamie Collins?
Oh, say again?
What do you think about linebacker Jamie Collins?
You know what? I liked Jamie Collins when he first he ended up in Cleveland. Right. The Patriots sent him to Cleveland, right? I said, oh,
that's right.
Man, how did Jamie Collins get thrown out of Patriot territory? And now his game seems to be sliding a little bit, like he's not real serious or something. He wasn't really very good last year. Who's he with?
What? I thought he came off like 103 tackles, 2 interceptions, and about I want to say 2 sacks.
Did he have that kind of year?
I thought he was all right.
Well, if he did,
it's a quiet, sneaky good year. I'd take him.
Yeah,
for the right price.
Yeah, Chris Boyd is 5'11", 201. Check him out. I don't know. 49ers probably won't have him on the radar. Jamie Collins, was he real productive last year? Who did Jamie play with last year?
I know he was still on Cleveland last year, but I think I don't know. Their defense produces a lot of Cleveland's defense produces a lot of turnovers last year.
No,
a
the
lot.
Browns' defense was really solid last year, but they've been picking up first-round draft picks for the last 5-6 years. Some of the dudes have already left,
forever,
but that defense is ready. And boy,
yeah, you're right.
I remember I wanted Njoku.
You know what I was? Hey, Njoku wouldn't be bad, man. That wouldn't be bad. But
I had him in my mock draft. Man, we're gonna pick up Njoku in the second round, the first pick. Somebody said Njoku ain't gonna be there in the second round, and I'll be dang if they wasn't right. God, I knew I wasn't the only one that noticed Njoku. That's an animal. That you see him in that game where he leaped over the top of that dude. That was a little risky.
Man out there.
But Njoku's fast too.
Man, he is. Hey, so I was thinking about this. We always keep talking about our corners, right? Really, one position, one side of the field in particular, obviously, besides Sherm Dog. But Why? Okay, we see what just happened with AB. I don't really care for the AB situation. He was just traded for a 3rd and 5th round pick. That's nothing, right?
Right.
So you can only imagine a cornerback wouldn't be much more than wouldn't be anything more or less. You see what I'm saying? So why don't we go and like trade for like Janoris Jenkins or somebody? That Janoris Jenkins still young and still he balls, man. Yeah, I know he don't want to be on the Giants no more.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder how many teams call up and ask if certain players. I guess they do it all the time. You call a team and ask him, "Is Janoris available? I'd be willing to make a deal for him." I imagine they do, and then of course the GM say, "No, I'm keeping Janoris or whatever." But I don't know.
If we offered a 3rd round, you think that would be? I think they'd give him for a 3rd round. And the 3rd round, like, it's not like we're necessarily going to hit on a 3rd round every time either. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we do, sometimes we don't.
James, you know what though? I got to tell you, and this is one thing that the guys who came in tonight talk about aggression. I think the 49ers, one thing we do have to concern ourselves with is the fact that they do think their draft picks are the absolute shiznit. Like last year, they were satisfied with some of
a lot of confidence in them.
Yeah, they do. They believe in the guys they pick up. So looking for the 49ers to just abandon the guys they draft is probably not going to happen. So as far as that goes, with aggression goes, the 49ers saying we can get better, they might say, okay, I'm not getting rid of this kid just yet. You know, and we need to realize this is only his 2nd year. So, of course, you're not going to be throwing people under the bus just yet. So I figure they're not going to ask for Janoris Jenkins until they see what Tavares Moore and I don't think they're going to give up on Akello yet either. So they may make a decision this year. I suspect if this year Akello does not deliver, if Tavares Moore will be given 2 more years. But Solomon Thomas and Akello.
I like Tavares Moore's aggression more though.
Yeah, if you see a cornerback out there and he doesn't cost a fortune, I think that's the way they think, probably. So, because they figure the team hasn't really built up. Since we're rebuilding, you can't go rebuild with all free agents, right? So you got to get the team to a certain point, and then all your free agent availabilities. Then you look at them then. But you got to develop a nucleus. You got to get a foundation. You can't build that on free agents. First of all, you're not going to have any money or draft picks. Right. It's just a way that I'm just saying. I think that's the way they're thinking. Could be wrong. I don't know, but it looks that way to me.
What do you think? What do you think it'll take to get Dee Ford? I saw where you're expressing
they'll go after him.
In this guy.
They'll go after Dee Ford.
How many picks do you think it'll take? Like what kind of draft pick or whatever do you think it's going to take for that guy?
Well, I understand.
I wouldn't mind having him.
I heard it's going to take the second. I thought I saw a 2nd round pick already. We're not going to do any better than that. By
do it.
Policy.
Shoot, give him a 2nd and get Bosa too. We'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. By policy, you're supposed to give up 2 first-round picks, but nobody does that. If you really want to get rid of Dee Ford, and they already think Dee Ford, they showed their hand by saying Dee Ford they think will be better suited in the 3-4 since they're going to 4-3. Well, I kind of worried because wait a minute, I forgot they played the 3-4, and Dee Ford was a beast. He might be okay in the 4-3. It's one of those things you got to go good and see. But you got to be careful. Don't make a mistake on this. If you pay top dollar for Dee Ford and give up assets and he fails,
I know, that was
yeah, see.
I'm looking forward for our offense though. I really do want to. I'm really dreaming, hoping about that Odell Giants trade up for that second pick of ours to give us Odell. That would be some stuff right there, man.
Yeah, if you could pick up Bosa in the 1st round and Odell, game over. You still need a safety, but everything else, we'll see. All right, Beb. Tell you what, we got to go, and I tell you what, I'm going to see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, sounds good. All right,
James. Have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Hey. As we continue, Eric Collier says we need Tyrann Mathieu, C.J. Mosley, Terrell Williams in free agency, and then we can draft Bosa or Allen, or trade back and pick up extra picks and snag DK, grab another pass rusher in the 2nd round, and there will be pass rushers. This draft is filled with pass rushers, and for all we know, it may not even be about Bosa or Allen. Wouldn't it be funny if next year's tear, maybe it could be Sweat or somebody else? Wouldn't it be hilarious? The first round pick is what, but you know what? Bradley Chubb last year was the guy. So with your edge rushers, he probably is usually accurate. The problem I have none. Earl will be good after the leg. People act like it was an ACL or I don't. It's a broken bone. There was no soft tissue damage. Jim Thurlkill, Pettis, Kill, and Goodwin as a number 3 receiver will all have 1,000 yards. Write it down. I said it, yes, and I said it. Yeah, I'm wrong. Any reason, no excuse. I'll admit I was wrong. That's what I'm saying. Jimmy G turns everybody into a sparkle, man. I firmly believe that. I've seen enough in 2017. And when they get this system down, and that was before they have the system down. Wait till they get it right. You're in sync, and the chemistry's right, and you're not thinking anymore, just doing. Coach believes this says, I don't, if people notice, but I did spend a lot in free agency, but just tried to keep them reasonable so we could get more ammo. Yeah. And the 49ers might be thinking that too. If you're going to get a lot of players, just don't overspend on any one player. All right, and there's Bethel. Bethel!
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
Bethel just sitting back, having fun with the preseason gang. You'll be getting fun.
I haven't seen that.
Yes. Who's going to be right is the thing, Bethel. Later on, when the dust settles, all the hollering and screaming and carrying on and talking about each other's mama, we will find out who was right. That's the fun part.
I think we're gonna probably get Bosa because I was watching. I was watching something, and even the Rams coach said that he wouldn't want to play the quarterback but
oh wait he's worried about Jared Goff.
Sure that he might get him. His the first round pick might go quarterback.
Kyler Murray.
And that so if he's saying that he don't want to play him, but he might play him, he must know that they're gonna probably get him. So we probably get.
When you get a chance, look at Texas Tech. Kyler Murray is a pain in the ass. I'm telling you, I want us to get Bosa, but I do not want to have to deal with Kyler Murray. I mean, some people don't know. That kid, man, he's small and he's quick. Those kind of quarterbacks can be really a pain. And he's got good pocket presence, too. And accuracy, this dude can play.
Yeah, because I was watching, he was doing a little thing with somebody. He was with actually the Super Bowl Rams retired. He was throwing with him, and he was throwing the ball into the hole like if it was nothing. He made 7 out of 10. The other 3 he missed them because he was not even trying. So he has some good accuracy.
And if you make a mistake and he gets past the line of scrimmage, say he does a little bootleg and runs out and there's not anybody covering and he sees the tiniest little seam, forget it. He's out of here. He's gone.
Yeah, and got
to guard against him, though.
Our GM was really talking good about Bosa too. He said that he liked how he was talking to him and everything. And and I was seeing something that they asked Bosa. They told him, hey, what do you think if they pick you in the first round, should the Cardinals get a quarterback or should they get you? And he said straight out to the Cardinals, he goes, if you don't pick me,
it's a mistake.
You're gonna make a big mistake because I'm gonna be running hell to everybody. So if you guys pass me up, I'm gonna be running hell through all these teams. So, that's another thing to be thinking of. If, we don't pick him up then, and he's on the other side, he's and we don't pick him up, well, we could have had that, Yeah. We don't want any regrets, that we could have got somebody. And plus, we only have 6 round picks, so we have to be wise with our picks. You know,
Absolutely
so,
true. Yeah.
And plus, there's, this is a good defense, draft. So, we can't go wrong with, whoever we get. But, this is our main goal. So, that's one thing, we should go after. And, if we have to, go up to get any other players that we need, then we could do that also.
Mm.
So,
guys, you just got to make some calculated moves and make sure they're intelligent moves. Know where you're going, what the result's going to be. You need to know the end game before you even start. Do this, do this, do this. Can you expect this? If it happens, you're okay. Go to the next step. But do it right. Think. Make sure not to do anything stupid if you can.
Yeah. It's, don't be, because, like other teams have, draft picks that they could give away. We don't.
Yeah.
Even though, we didn't get Antonio Brown, but, the thing is that, look at, what happened. A lot of teams right now, traded draft picks for certain players, and a lot of those players are free agents right now. They're, going out in the market, so those draft picks are basically waste draft picks that they gave up. And other teams are going to get those draft picks.
I just realized something. No, the Rams didn't get any they got Marcus Peters. And they might not. I haven't said anything about renewing Marcus Peters' contract yet. I don't think they gave up anything for Talib. No, they had to.
No, they didn't. They only gave him.
They released that. Denver released Talib so they could just pick him up. I think because they had enough for Talib.
So
they're gonna lose. I tell you, Bethel, they're liable to pick up Joyner. It seems to me they're not going to be able to franchise tag everybody. So Joyner might be available.
So there's a Rams are a lot of free. They're going to have a lot of free agents. So, and Rams only have I think 5 picks also, or 4 picks maybe I think. So, they're in a big they're in a big slump where they basically have to beg their players to not take a lot of money and come back. Please be in this team.
We'll give you an incentive package.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of people do not want to do. That's why you can't be wasting all your money. You have to have some money saved there for just in case you ever need it. You have it for certain players. Because, a lot of, look at the Dallas Cowboys. When they traded the number 1 pick for that wide receiver.
Amari?
The quarterback, got better. Everybody got better. And they were playing, and he was playing at Oakland. Why was he not playing good there? But with the Cowboys, he was.
Yeah, he wanted to get out of Oakland, Bethel.
Yeah.
If he did that on purpose, that was the best plan I've ever seen. Just play as bad as you can, and the Raiders will trade you, and he gets to go to Dallas. Oh God.
Yeah. And now the Oakland Raiders are paying for wide receiver a lot of money, but they want to pay for him.
I tell you. Bethel, we're gonna go. By the way, I was right. LaMarcus Joyner is available. Tell you what, fam, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right,
you always have a good show. Keep up the good work.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bethel. It's basically just a crazy Sunday.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazier. It's free agency time.
Fun show, though.
Thanks, Bethel. Have a good night, fam. I look for you tomorrow.
All right. Good night, and everybody hit that like for Ronbo Show.
Thanks, fam.
Have a good night.
Oh, man, I'm looking at LaMarcus Joyner makes sense for Jets. No. Oh, man, you know what? Can Joyner play? Joyner's another guy that causes a lot of turnovers. Boy, the free agent safety market is deep. Eric Weedle's already gone to the Rams. I don't know. I wasn't really worried about that, though. But, man, us. Who else? Earl, Tyron. Man, we'll see. Starting tomorrow. Trey, I see you, man. You and Trez, boy. Y'all know I'm talking major poo-poo if I wake up tomorrow and see the 49ers engaged with somebody special. You know, but y'all know I love you. You know I'm just talking football, you know. I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, guys, please don't forget to hit that like. Oh. There's Trey now. Show tonight. We can't all agree. It's all love, though. Trey, you know, fam. True says 2019 is our year, 100%, fam. The empire will rise and concur. Then the same will be in hunger for some lamb chops. And in the hunt to kill 2 species of birds, seacocks and woody woodpeckers. Coach says the Chargers just released their free safety, too. Oh, my God. What's going on with free safety? Nobody can afford their free safety anymore. He's now a free agent. Who is the Chargers free safety? Jim Torger says, what about an incentive contract for E.T., $8 million base with $4 million bonus for 14-plus games? That way you circumvent and get around the rules and policy, you know, and the tax people can't say, dollar for dollar tax 49ers. Y'all know you can't do that. As long as they don't say that, you know. Michael Hank says, anybody looked at safety Jaheel Addy that was cut last week? Oh, that's what we're talking about? Jaheel Addy. But he's been cut for days, huh? And Jeff Tan says, I want Antonio Brown to play with the eye patch on. You know, Antonio's a very fun guy. He gets into things like that. I could see him doing that. Or else we're just walking around. I can see Antonio Brown just walking around town in the streets of Oakland with that eye patch on. He likes attention. Daryl Ray Jr. says we should get Fowler and Flowers and then draft Greedy Williams with DK Metcalf. The Rams just signed Fowler for a one-year contract. So he's off the table. Mighty old McBuckets says, sign C.J. Mosley, Earl Thomas, Roger Saffold. Oh, Roger Saffold, offensive line. Yes, hadn't thought about him. Solid guard, too. One pass rusher or Dee Ford, or get Dee Ford, and then trade back with Giants and get OBJ and draft Greedy Williams. Greedy ain't going to be around in the second round. See what I'm saying? See what I did there? Greedy ain't going to be around in the second round. Or Greedy ain't going to be in town around the second round. You got to let me do that. I've got a problem. Okay. Danny Loose Cannon Delgado says, I'm hearing the Rams are all in on Mosley. They can't be good. They can't be good how they got money. Don't get it. Really? The Rams need a linebacker something bad. How would they get Mosley? They ain't even got draft picks to spend now. So what do you tell? Okay, first you got to get Mosley. No. Mosley's a free agent. They don't have to compensate the Ravens. I want to watch that. The Rams probably, it's wishful thinking, you know, we should do that. Remember when we was capped out when we was winning and we didn't have no money? And you know, you try to get these players. I don't know how they go about doing it. Maybe you trade. Oh, trade Jared Goff. Maybe Todd Gurley with that bad knee. That's not funny. I take that back. I am not going to pick up people about their injuries because we get too many. It's bad luck. Esteban Garcia says, what up, Night Empire? Thoughts on Keyshawn Johnson and Jeff Allison from Fresno State? I checked out Keyshawn. I did see some film on him. Esteban, he's a good player. I wonder, though, they say his 40 might be a problem, but he looks good to me. It's that kind of receiver that gets open a lot. Jeff Allison, not sure about him. I'm going to check him out. I checked out the linebacker, though. Ernesto Vasquez. He says, I don't trust the media. All they've been reporting on for the past couple of months is how AB's acting crazy and all the stuff he's been doing. As soon as he signs, it's all AB the hero. I don't know about that, Ernesto. You know, he wasn't talking about no guaranteed money, right? When he first came out, he was talking about going to the 49ers. He hadn't said anything about new contracts and guaranteed monies yet. Jerry probably said, man, you know, I don't know if the 49ers going to go do all that, but I'll put in a good word for you. How much you say you want? Yeah. Crash Force says, Dallas has been out of the Earl Thomas free safety for 2 weeks now. Media instigated nonsense. I bet you're right, too. I'll bet you're so right. Dallas got $19 million. They got to take out a loan to even play the people they got. How in the world they go, I bet that's so true. And San Francisco says, how'd you know? I'm not repeat. Ballroom singing is something I do enjoy, though, in my spare time. How'd you even come up with that? Wade says, I say trade the Giants' 2nd overall pick for OBJ and take their 6th overall pick and give them CJ. Boy, you know, Wayne, it would be a deal that would work until they said give them CJ. The Giants probably get mad. What? CJ? Are you going to disrespect me like that? Deal's off. Oh, whoa. I'm just playing, man. Come on now. I'll give you Nick. Hello? That is CJ, man. Taryn Lewis says this season the league says that teams must use at least 89% of the cap space. That's another reason why I know. And I said this last week. The 49ers have to spend this year. You can't just go every year and not spend. You got to spend 89% this year. I forgot to mention that. Good call, Taryn. Coach says, actually, some mocks do have Deebo Samuel going late 2nd to early 3rd. But he is labeled by Walter Football at 37th position average. And that's early 2nd round, so my backup Butler will do. Yeah. And Tony Escobar says, we need to sign Justin Houston ASAP. I just wonder what Houston is asking for. Because these guys turned 30. They asked for more than they did when he was 25. Coach says, you know what could happen now since Raiders can't pay those ones? They may trade and move up with cards or down and out of early round. Yeah, when you pay $50 million, did the Raiders put themselves in a situation now where they're going to be over the cap? They can't really sign any more free agents, can they? I don't know how much the Raiders had in the first place, though. Taryn Lewis says, I really hope we're bringing in Zadarius Smith. Zadarius would be a good pickup, and unlike the rest, and Zadarius is good in, unlike the rest, you don't have to pay $1 billion for him. That might be, and they might be pursuing that in the first place. Leroy Phillips Sr. says, DK, no skills, just speed. All he does is go deep. All he plays, no crossing over the middle, no slants. Greedy Williams owned him. Leroy, you the one who said it? He says, Greedy Williams owned him, shut him down and out, hips too tight over hype. Leroy, was that a rhyme? Horde, hey! Well, yeah, fam! The Raiders just need to stop, drop, and roll in the black hole and pay AB's bankroll. That's out of control. Wait. Hey, Chloe! You guys have a good night, huh? Anything goes, says Justin Houston would be awesome. I really like Justin Houston. I hope the 49ers can get him, actually. Oh, man. Get him and get them both. Man, how much are we spending then? How old? Ooh, if you pick up Justin Houston, put him on the big end, right? Go ahead and get D. You can go ahead and get him whoever you want to in the first round then. I mean, I like Joey or Nicky, but shoot, you give me all that firepower coming up there, I can get another edge rushing later on. When Houston gets a little too old and tired, I still got D over here. Oh, man, that would open up all kind of avenues. And we ain't even seen what Contavious Street's going to do. Manny Jimenez, hit that like at the Ronbo Show. Thank you for everything, Wheelie. At the bottom of my heart, Manny, it's my pleasure, fam. And Adrian Gutierrez says, You're a straight flame. Don't agree with you 100%, but bleed red and gold. Adrian, man, you know, we're going to be doing this, man. You know, me, it's all love, fam, because we all want the team to get better, all right? Tomorrow's going to be a fun day. I'll be looking for you then. Can't wait. Fam, hit that like before I say... Niners! Come on, Monday.